Okay guys, we are live. Welcome. This is Konsole Kombat Southeastern Africa edition, brought to you by Konsole Gaming League. I'm your host for this evening, Charlie Wolf Gaming. Alongside me, none other than the good doctor himself, Parasurama. How are you doing this evening, guy?
I'm awesome. I'm very hyped. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do on this kind of a stage.
Yeah, no, the platform has been given to us by none other than Konsole Gaming League. Guys are absolutely fantastic, giving us as the African FGC a platform to showcase our talent. Often we feel a little bit left out when we look at all these pro circuits happening all over the world except on the African continent. But guys, CGL have come to the party and said, you know what, you guys deserve a stage. They've given us the stage, and what better stage than to have an entire month dedicated to Konsole Kombat, the Southeastern African edition, taking place throughout the month of March on a Monday evening, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 p.m. Central African Time. Every single Monday during the month of March, you will have 4 qualifiers, followed by a grand finale on the 29th of March. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I think for us, we're really proud to just be able to come here this evening and for the rest of the month, and hopefully show you and introduce you to some of our players, and hopefully make them some household names on the international front as well. Some of our guys have been exposed to events like Celtic Throwdown. Parasurama, I do believe you are one of those competitors that have been to Celtic Throwdown. We have some of our competitors having competed at EVO on Injustice 2 days. So guys, we're just excited to be here. But guys, just to let you know what's happening, we've got a tournament that's happening now, a first to 3 tournament, and just to share with you, just to put you into the picture before Parasurama gets the first match underway, this is basically what we're going to be looking at. I'm not sure if you can see that on the stream right now, but these are some of the matches that are already underway. So guys, right now we're going to be starting off with Checkmate FGC going up against Gem Matrix's Mr. 5000. Some of you might recognize Gem Matrix as the sponsor of none other than Han Rashid, followed by arguably the #1 player in Africa, holds the title of the Khan of Africa as well, called Killjoy Panda, going up against Mark the Shark. So guys, as the evening unfolds, we are going to be sharing some of the news with you guys about our competitors, just helping you guys understand who exactly you are seeing fighting. And we obviously know these guys extremely well, and this is a platform for us to introduce some of our top competitors to the international circuit as well. So guys, welcome. This is Konsole Kombat Southeastern Africa edition, and we're about to get this match underway, guys. So the first match, Parasurama, is Mr. 5000, Gem Matrix's Mr. 5000, going up against Checkmate. If you can send those invitations out,
I've sent them already.
We can get this first match underway. So Pat, do you maybe just want to share with the audience some information that you might have about these two competitors?
So we're very familiar with Mr. 5000, or Gem Mr. 5000. He's been around in the community for a long time on the PlayStation scene, and he's always been making waves. He's a winner of several tournaments, and he and I did go to Celtic Throwdown, and he's a very cool guy, but his talent is undeniable. And then also we have Mr. Checkmate FGC, who's making quite a name for himself recently on the scene. He's from Xbox, and he has informed us, and I understand that he is probably the best in the scene in Africa on Xbox, and I think he was an Elder God previously. So he has been speaking quite a lot in recent days about Mr. 5000 and two other people also in the winners bracket, Killjoy and Mark the Shark. And I think it's fate that he has met Mr. 5000 now in tournament, and we will see if his words are matched with his ability and skill, which so far it seems that it is. He is undeniably very skillful. So let's see what will happen.
Well, I don't think we're going to have any doubts about the character choice that Checkmate's going to go for. He's a Scorpion main. He's going to go for the Scorpion, going up against probably one of Mr. 5000's main characters in Johnny Cage, who he probably doesn't play as much nowadays, or at least I haven't seen him play it that much. But, oh gosh, a competent player if ever there was one, Parasarama.
Most definitely, and he feels very comfortable with Johnny Cage. He has the name Mr. 5000 because he is pressing 5,000 buttons, and we are going to witness this now. And I can't wait for the madness. So far, starting off with Mr. 5000 throwing those fireballs, micro duck, getting some Oki, and Mr. 5000 lands a throw. Checkmate trying to keep his turn with the Dragon's Breath. Mr. 5000 landing an auto shimmy. And pressuring Checkmate with the plus frames of the standing 2 into the throw. Zoning now. And Mr. 5000 wins that round. What do you think about that?
Very comfortable start for 5000. And I think, you know, with Checkmate being fairly new to the PS4 circuit, probably going to see a little bit of tournament nerves coming through here. He has passed through 3 brackets in the tournament off stream, but this is where the real matches start.
Yeah, definitely. Checkmate missing that confirm on the back 2. Mr. 5000 happy to throw some fireballs, and then now pressuring with the down 4 and the strings, lands a throw. I think Mr. 5000's use of mixing between strike and throw is quite good here, and keeping Checkmate guessing.
Well, 5000 in the commanding life lead here. Slides the down 1 into the rising star. The amplified connects, and just like that, 1-1 into the amplified force balls. Mr. 5000 takes that first game, and he's trolling. He's feeling himself.
This is definitely Justin's way of teabagging, doing the stance switch.
Well, great showing there from G-Matrix's Mr. 5000 there in the first game. And I think if anything, Checkmate's going to have to just rethink his approach to this particular match, because I don't think Checkmate would want to be found guilty of underestimating his opponent, especially an opponent of Mr. 5000's competence and capability.
Just to remind everyone also that I think a few weeks ago, Checkmate's first match was against DeFlavor, who is Mr. 5000's protege or student or something like that.
5000.
Yeah, so and I think Checkmate defeated him 5-0. So I think Justin or Mr. 5000 wants some revenge here, perhaps.
Well, Checkmate didn't really get going in that first game there, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how he's going to alter his approach. He's stuck to his character Scorpion, which I don't think we're going to see anybody else. And with Mr. 5000 taking such a commanding 1-0 lead, I think the onus is really on Checkmate now to pull something different out of his hands.
Yeah, it does look like Checkmate is a bit nervous at the moment. He is getting overwhelmed a bit from Mr. 5000, who does something quite unconventional there, down 1 into fireballs. And Checkmate is trying to get some pressure, manages to land a forward 3 into teleport.
2 short ups there.
2 short ups. Mr. 5000 still manages to land the hit. And Checkmate.
This might be the round. No, not yet, but he does land the backward throw, and Checkmate puts himself on the round score at least. He's got his round on the board, his first round of the set at least.
Yeah, definitely. Checkmate landing 2 confirms there, the back 2 and the forward 3. And now both of them trying to get superiority in this round. Mr. 5000, a very offensive player, and living up to that. Always attacking, always pressing buttons.
Checkmate just using that teleport cancel to maintain some sort of distance from his opponent after realizing that back 2 was not going to hit. Simply teleport cancelled into some distance between his opponents, but nice convert there. Unfortunately, drops the spear, and Johnny Cage lands a full combo punish to close out round number 2. 255 damage on the board, securing round number 2 here in this second match between these two guys.
Scorpion has Johnny in the corner, but Johnny managed to jump out. Johnny pushing Scorpion to the corner, and another jump. But Scorpion throws Johnny out of the corner, Johnny moving towards him.
Great space in there by Checkmate.
These guys just changing corner positions all the time.
Strike throw game there by Mr. 5000. Throw Scorpion into the corner. Now we do know that, you know, screen position is not going to mean too much to Scorpion, but that is a costly, unsafe teleport there. Pays a small price.
I think as a Scorpion player, screen position when someone is right in your face does mean a lot, and it's often where Scorpion suffers the most. So Mr. 5000 well aware of this and just trying to keep Checkmate in the corner, and he manages to take the second game. So it's currently 2-0 to Mr. 5000.
2-0, absolutely, and I don't think that any one of us would have necessarily expected the games to go so fast, but like you said at the beginning of the match there, Para, Mr. 5000 presses 5,000 buttons at any given time, and it just happened to be one of those games that, you know, he was just doing something all the time. I don't think he actually likes playing neutral. He wants to be in his opponent's face as much as possible, and we saw the benefits of that in that particular match, and suddenly, you know, in double quick time, he's in a 2-0 lead. Looking very promising for Mr. 5000, and at the same time, as probably have Checkmate guessing as to which character he should approach here.
Whether or not Mr. 5000 likes neutral or not is one question, but he does have good neutral, and he excels in putting himself where he wants to be, which is often most of the time right in front of someone, and where you can press buttons. So often when you're playing neutral with him, you find yourself wanting to have your space, but he is good at dictating space on where he wants to be. So that's one of the good qualities Mr. 5000 has, and he's utilizing it quite well in this match against Checkmate. Checkmate now taking time to think about strategy perhaps, and how he's going to approach this Johnny.
This is a 1-3 setting, guys, so it's all or nothing for Checkmate here. He has to choose his character and choose it quickly.
Special Forces Desert Command.
Now, here's the thing that I'm going to be extremely concerned about for Checkmate's part, is that he let the timer go, which means that it will go to a default variation rather than the variation that he was hovering over. So you might see a traditional reborn variation here, Para, as opposed to
quite right, Charlie. It is reborn, but as most people who play the tele-cancel, I'm sure it won't really affect his game too much.
Well, he has one of those Scorpions, Para, that is probably unconventional in terms of what you see, because he equips the Hellfire, the Flaming Breath.
Yes.
And it's not too often that we see a Scorpion with that particular move equipped, so I wonder if this is going to throw Checkmate off. He has started the round extremely well, though.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's part of his plan. We can never tell. I think the Hellfire pick started after that time when Hellfire led into free throws. So I'm sure that's where it started for Checkmate with that custom. But right now, Mr. 5000 actually losing and trying to make a comeback in this first round.
Oh. Air to air into the teleport gets Mr. 5000 going down in that particular round against Checkmate here. So Is Checkmate going to solidify this position and put his name on the score sheet? Lands the crushing blow into a full combo punish here. 337 damage. Good start to the round there, Para.
Yeah, definitely. Again, both guys trying to get the advantage. Johnny Cage moving forward, throwing fireballs to keep some pressure. Scorpion happy to stay away and react to any fireballs and any movement. He manages to catch Mr. 5000 on the jump in with the teleport and wants to keep Johnny in the corner. Again, we see this. We see Checkmate retreating, wanting to keep a distance so he can throw fireballs.
I think this might just be curtains for Mr. 5000 in terms of this game, and we'll probably see a brutality. Just missed the down 2 there, but great showing there by Checkmate to put himself on the score sheet there, Parasarama, and not out of this game just yet. I wonder if that's going to force a character select or character change from Mr. 5000, or are we probably going to see him stick to Johnny Cage, who he has won 2 games with, it has to be said.
Yeah, I don't think that he necessarily will change. I don't think he has to, but I did see. I don't know if you also noticed that the Checkmate's like adjustment was basically just trying to play a more neutral orientated game, not in Mr. 5000's face, keeping some space, reacting with teleports when necessary. And I just want to see. I'm really excited to see what Justin decides here. Who will he pick? What will he, if he goes back to Cage, or and he opts for the mirror?
This is quite interesting here, because I think this might just be a statement pick here, Parasarama. I'm not sure if Mr. 5000 plays Scorpion as much as he does some of the other characters that we're used to seeing on screen, but this might just be a statement pick here. And obviously, having seen and gathered some data on Checkmate in terms of his Scorpion
Charlie,
play.
we have a problem. Checkmate, he has chosen Demon Breath, and he's currently locked as Reborn.
Okay. Well, we need to report this through to the mods, Parasarama, so if we can just get mod support to confirm exactly what is going to be the outcome of this, because it is an illegal move. He has swapped the variation after winning a match. So if the mod support can maybe just come in and confirm what should happen with this match. But I think we might see an unfortunate situation here of Checkmate forfeiting this match due to disqualification and ultimately going down 3-1 to Mr. 5000.
That's totally not what we want as the commentators, but it might happen. But let's see what the mods say. For now, we'll just continue commentating, I think. This match is actually quite exciting. Both guys trying to get the advantage, and Checkmate closes it out with the confirm into Fatal Blow.
Round 2, fight.
Let me just check with the mods in the meantime.
Yeah, so while we're just waiting for the mods to confirm what's going to happen here, Checkmate is leading, and it looks like he's going to be closing in. Well, unfortunately for Checkmate, and guys, this is part of the rules. Unfortunately, it is standard tournament rules that if you are on the winning side, you cannot swap variation, nor can you swap characters, and unfortunately, it's going to mean that Checkmate is going to have to forfeit this particular match, but we are waiting for moderator support. But while that is happening, I mean, Checkmate took this game quite convincingly to level the scores at 2-all. Unfortunately, I'm not going to update that score on screen just yet, guys, until we have 100% confirmation that the mods are aware of what has happened, and unfortunately they're going to have to make a call in terms of the way forward.
Charlie?
Okay, so guys, the mod support has come through, and unfortunately we hate to see it, Para, but it has to happen.
Scorpion. Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
And
It's very
checkmate's going
unfortunate.
to, it is very unfortunate, and I think that's the important thing about
Chronica's Keep.
you know, just making sure that the rules are adhered to.
Yeah, it's actually very, like, it makes me sad that this is happening here on this platform. But I guess we have to go with what the moderators say, and
Yeah, so unfortunately, guys, this is a disqualification for checkmate, and he goes down 3-1 to Mr. 5000. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of scenario we would have wanted, Parasarama.
definitely.
But yeah, it is tournament rules, and that is unfortunate.
What I don't know what else we can. I think he forgot that he chose Reborn in the last match that he won, and then he just assumed that he picked his normal variation, and then that's what happened. But rules are rules, and we have had a decision from our mods, so we have to respect that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Pat, I'm also just trying to understand why it is that your camera suddenly just disappeared.
I think it's when I tried to get feedback from the mods. I think I left our call.
Okay, if you don't mind, just or rather disconnecting your camera and then just reconnecting again. We'll see if we can get you back.
Will do.
Okay, guys, so that is an unfortunate situation, but that is unfortunately what has to happen. So you guys have seen Mr. 5000 advancing on the winner side of the bracket, checkmate due to that disqualification. Very unfortunate. Going down into the lower bracket. I'm sure we are going to be seeing more of checkmate as the evening unfolds. But guys, what we are going to do in the meantime is we're going to go to our next match, which is the match between AI Killjoy 837 and X-Ray 92, aka Mark the Shark.
I'm so looking forward to that. Two of Africa's best going head to head. That match should have happened already. I think. Are you going to invite me to the next COT though?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. So that match should have happened already some months ago. I think at the time for Combat Africa when we were doing the first 10s. So I think that it's awesome we get to see it now on CGL week 1. I think it's going to be quite a rocker.
Well, these are arguably, Parasarama, probably two of the strongest players on the African continent. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a much more fitting scenario than for them to compete on the winner side of the bracket in an event such as CGL. We've been waiting for this match for quite some time. It's finally here, and guys, you guys get to share in this wonderful experience with us. Two of Africa's finest MK11 players, AI Killjoy against Mark the Shark. Happening on CGL's Konsole Kombat Southeast African Edition.
It is. It's right here. And for all the Checkmate fans in chat, he's still not out. He's in losers brackets. He can still run this back. So it is unfortunate what has happened, but I think Mr. Jivs or J Mysterio has had a similar incident in his tournament run previously.
Okay, so if you can just invite the guys to
Will do.
the COT lobby, we can get this next match underway. Okay, Pat, we are experiencing some technical difficulties regarding your cameras, so we'll try to get that sorted out during the course of the matches.
Sure. I did reset it, by the way.
All right, all right.
What are your expectations about this match, Charlie?
It's so difficult to call, Patter. I mean, we've got a situation now where it can really go either way. I mean, these guys have obviously played each other so many times in the past. And I think now is, you know, probably on the highest stake tournament that these guys have actually competed in. So yeah, it's very tough to call, but I'm just going to play it down the middle and just take the safe approach here.
Yeah.
And just say that it could go either way. Okay, so we're just waiting for these guys to join the COTH lobby so we can get our next match underway, guys. While we are waiting, if I can just share with you what the bracket looks like right now. So as you saw that match over there, checkmate going down 3-1 by virtue of a DQ in favor of Mr. 5000. So Mr. 5000 advances to the winners final, where he's going to go up against the winner of our next match, which is between AI Killjoy 837 and Mark the Shark 92.
I'm inviting them.
Okay guys, and while we're waiting, please do not forget, guys, if you are tuned into the stream right now and you are interested in what FGC Africa are doing, visit our Twitter, subscribe to our Twitter, follow us on Twitter, whatever the terminology is, but it's at FGC_Africa. Myself, you can follow me as well at Charlie Wolf GAM1. Yeah, we've got all sorts of things happening on the African continent. This is the Southeast Africa edition. We are currently working to get our northern countrymen involved as well, and we're trying to get them up and running as well. So guys, FGC Africa is going to be doing a number of things. So guys, please tune into our Twitter and yeah, follow us, keep in touch. Mortal Kombat does actually take place in Africa as well. Okay, so Parasarama, the invites have gone out.
They have, yeah.
We're just waiting for these guys to accept the invitations.
We have Killjoy in the building.
Okay, so Killjoy is here.
And so is Mark the Shark, otherwise known as X-Ray 92.
Okay, both of them are in.
Now the big question is, who's gonna choose who?
Well, I mean, I think I've seen X-Ray play about 6 or 7 characters at the highest possible level, and I think Killjoy, I mean, Killjoy plays everybody, so it's going to be quite interesting. It looks like Mark the Shark is committing to Spawn. Killjoy looks to have gone with the Cabal pick, which I must admit is rather surprising. I did not expect this, but like I said, when you play the entire cast, you've got that luxury of basically taking anybody from the roster and competing at the highest possible level.
I think, yeah, Killjoy goes through these phases where he plays with one character, and I think he was playing with Cabal some weeks back. So maybe he likes this match for whatever reason against Mark or against Spawn, but we're gonna see what happens in this match soon. Did you see that X-Ray 92 has Invoking the Legion? It's a custom move for Spawn that we don't see that much.
Is that the one where he basically has access to his Fatal Blow?
Yeah, that's the one. Killjoy has the lead at the moment. Mark the Shark trying to also keep that range that Spawn likes for him to do the 3-4s, and he's using his back one mid quite well. However, Killjoy has damage. He's pushing Mark to the corner, but then throws him out towards the center. Happy to throw projectiles, both of these guys, but Mark the Shark's going forward. He's still pushing Killjoy to the corner. Killjoy gets the interactable and down 2s for the win of the first round.
Round 2.
Again, a convincing win there by Killjoy. And I mean, it is only the first round here, Para, but I mean, if that's a show of intention in terms of what Killjoy has pulled out of the hat for that first round, I think Mark the Shark might be in for quite a long set here. But it is Mark the Shark that we're talking about after all. And I mean, we know that this guy can play and play extremely well.
Not only that, he needs like maybe 2 hits or 3 hits and then it's over.
Well, I see he's got access to his fatal blow now.
Does he keep that for how long does he keep that for? Do you know?
I'm not actually too sure there, Para. Maybe somebody in the chat can just confirm what the properties of that particular move is, because if it's on cooldown, he's got access to it again because of his life lead, but I don't think he's going to have a chance to use it here because I think that fatal blow might just close out this round here, Para. And yeah, no, absolutely, it's definitely going to close out the round. Or is it?
No, it isn't.
This is going to be a heartbreak for Killjoy, but he manages to clutch it out, land the jumping kick into a Nomad Dash brutality, and Killjoy is up by 1-0.
Killjoy quite clever there, but Mark basically saw the move, and Killjoy wanted to let out the smoke or the gas blast where he could take health from Mark if Mark entered that area, but Mark interrupted it. Nevertheless, Killjoy still took the victory and ended it with the brutality.
Jax, Spawn, Cabal.
Okay, so we have Mark the Shark X-Ray 92 sticking to
Colosseum Beast Pen.
the spawn pick here, Para, and I mean, I know he's quite renowned for his Noob Cybot play, for his Baraka play, but he's sticking to spawn, obviously a character which he believes in, and even though he went down in that first game, he's going to commit to spawn again.
Yeah, so the way I see it is sometimes you have to work out whether the character, if it's a matchup problem or not, and if it's not a matchup problem and it's a fair matchup, then you just have to think, what can you do better? And I think that's what Mark's doing. Happy and content to throw these projectiles at Cabal. Cabal makes it in and starts a combo. Pushing Mark towards the corner. Mark trying to fight his way out. Trying to keep safe with the projectiles, but Cabal's insane jump 2 range catches Spawn and resets him in the corner, and Killjoy finishes the first round.
So Killjoy, like a steam train here, he's just steamrolling his way through to this victory here, but
I think Mark just, in the first round, he just needed to be more careful with the zoning, because Cabal's jump 2 has some pretty crazy range, and the jump 3 has a lot of priority. So Mark guesses right, throws him back, and Killjoy happy to play this Cabal neutral with the air buzzsaw and the jump in, mixing between the two, going with some mids here and there. Crushing blow, probably Cabal's worst crushing blow, and Killjoy managed to take out possibly the forward grab, which would have been a crushing blow as well. A big crushing blow that could have probably changed the whole round. And then Killjoy cleverly outspacing Spawn there with just a bit of a walk back and then with punishing.
So Killjoy, lightning quick, 2-0 lead.
Killjoy playing very solid and is in the advantage. Now I guess it's up to Mark whether he wants to further change the way he's playing, spawn a character he's less comfortable with, or choose a character that he's more comfortable with.
Noob Cybot.
And he chooses Noob Cybot, Bihan.
Yeah, now this is a pick that I probably expected to see from the get-go from Mark the Shark here. And when we refer to Mark the Shark, guys, for those of you who are not familiar with the players as much as we are, Mark the Shark is actually X-Ray92. He goes by that name as well. He's got a Twitter account called Mark the Shark, but for now his PSN gamertag is X-Ray92, so we'll try to make sure that we call them based on the names that you're seeing here. So X-Ray92 has gone for the I am noob variation of Noob Cybot. Killjoy, having won the previous 2 games with the Cabal Sack variation, obviously tied to Cabal Sack.
Killjoy is still playing very well here, outspacing Mark there, and in the advantage, keeping to a similar game like he was playing against Spawn, with these air fireballs, mixing it with the jump-ins. Mark trying to basically get comfortable, I think, at the moment with Noob. Manages to land the forward 2 into a slide. Killjoy lands the down 2, takes the throw. And then Mark finally anti-airs that jump 2, keeping safe with the back 1 into a slide. Mark pushing Killjoy to the corner, Killjoy pushing out. TV Killjoy does have Fatal Blow here and can finish the round at any moment.
Right anti-air there by Mark, the down 4 converting into the amplified slide, and Noob Cybot gets the round rather. 1 round away from putting himself on the score sheet here, but let's see if Killjoy is going to attack that range on that jump. Is that the jump 1 or the jump 2, Para?
That's the jump 1. I mean, that's the jump 2, sorry. But I think that the difference in the first round was definitely the anti-airs. He anti-aired twice and basically he got the round.
Great jump in there from Mark the Shark, and full corner combo punish here. Oh, that's going to do some serious 402 damage there, Para. Great whiff punish as well, forces the breakaway. Killjoy stuck in the corner here. X-Ray 92.
X-Ray landing his own jump in combo and now firmly in the lead. Killjoy didn't confirm on the forward 2s. Throws Mark towards the corner. Both people on Fatal Blow. Mark could potentially finish it now.
Oh, and he gets punished for the Fatal Blow attempt and eats the Fatal Blow of Cabal, and it's 1 round apiece. Killjoy puts himself on match point with that Fatal Blow finish in that second round there, Para, and it's all or nothing now for Mark.
Yeah, if Mark just had more patience, he could have avoided that. But anyhow, it's not over yet, and he keeps on playing, trying to be more patient in this round.
Oh, raw Nomad dash connects. A full Cabal combo, 273.
He was Cabal, what was it? What's that thing that Cabal said?
I don't know. All I can think about when I see Cabal on screen is Destroyer and Caboose saying, "Got the spins, got the spins."
Yeah, Cabalin.
But
oh yeah,
X-Ray92 doing exceptionally well here, trying to close out the round. He's going to eat it down 2 before he gets the breakaway. Now this is
X-Ray actually having the advantage in all 3 rounds so far, but Killjoy coming back puts Noob in the corner where he'll have less of an advantage with his buttons.
And that's it for X-Ray92. Takes that game number 3, and suddenly it's 2 games to 1.
Yep, and X-Ray with his main character on screen, ready to throw down. The question is, will Killjoy stay with Cabal got the spins, or is he going to choose someone else? Maybe the brother of Bihan.
I don't know. I honestly don't think so. I think he might, if he does change character, he might opt for the Jackie Briggs pick.
I haven't seen Killjoy play Jackie in quite some time.
Cybot.
Or he's going to go with Jade. Thinking about it.
Jade.
And he engages.
Yep, it looks like he's committed to the Jade pick.
Kronika's key.
So Jade, with the shadows, basically evades much of Noob's projectiles and shadows and Noob's shadows. So I think in that way it's the counter pick. He puts the glow on and starts the pressure. Going with the overhead, Mark reacts and blocks it. Jade carrying on to staggers, into Delia's dance, into more pressure. Mark was waiting for his turn, and I think that was an input error, but Mark, he takes those, I guess.
No, and I think, you know, big up to Mark for being aware there. He saw the input, what seems to be an input error. He saw it come out. He realized this is his chance, and he managed to get a decent, close to 300 damage combo there.
Yeah, and it was a 300 combo on I think a combo drop at the time.
Yeah, but that's noob damage for you, isn't it? I mean, noob doesn't look the part, but believe me, guys, he eats like a truck.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I think Killjoy missed his KB there. He went from the 1-2 into the shadow.
Ooh, and unfortunately for Mark, tried to time it, but
Round 2.
Match point, Carlo.
match point for TB Killjoy with the hey there Delia, or as Destroyer would say, hey there Delilah. What's it like in New York City?
What's it like in Cape Town?
Well, rainy as hell.
Jade going crazy here. With
She is going crazy, and Noob's obviously trying to find a way to get in here, but you know, I think since the introduction of customs, Jade has just become a completely different prospect to play against, with access to that Dahlia's dance.
I think she's so well-rounded now. The only issue that she does have now is punishes and damage, but the amount of pressure you have, the amount of zoning you have is quite, it's very strong.
Okay, so that was a great reaction there by X-Ray, and is he going to be able to finish it off now? Not just yet, but he does land it with a standing one.
That was nerve-wracking.
It was nerve-wracking because I don't even think he expected that round to go as long as it. He probably wanted it to be finished about 2 seconds before it eventually finished.
And Jade isn't where she wants to be, but she manages to back two out.
Great punish, but unfortunately no meter there. Resets neutral again.
If I was Killjoy at this moment, I would be trying to get out of this place because you don't really want to be there with Noob Cybot and his crazy damage.
But I think the thing that will make Killjoy rather happy is the fact that he's got access to a breakaway. So if it does come to that point where he needs to call on it,
it is there, yeah.
No, absolutely.
But I think also, I don't know if Noob's breakaway, armor breaker is that good, but at the moment I don't think we'll get there because this Delilah dance pressure does it, and Killjoy finishes off with that brutality. He pressed up on Delia's dance and knocked his head off.
Well, that is Killjoy 837, AI's Killjoy 837 taking a 3-1 over X-Ray 92. He moves over into the winners final where he's going to be facing Mr. 5000. Para, and from an African point of view, we've seen this winners final many times, haven't we?
We have, yeah. That's basically every time. I think when there was a Zambian face-off, I think it was those two, and again, when we had a recent thing, it was those two as well. If I'm not wrong, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie Wolf.
No, absolutely. And I think even, you know, from a South African point of view, we've seen Mark the Shark take so many titles on stream, both on FGC Africa and other stream platforms as well. And on the Zambian circuit, I mean, these two names are synonymous with Zambia and Mortal Kombat 11. They just happen to be two of the most talented Mortal Kombat 11 players in Zambia, but also on the African continent. In a previous CGL event, I believe Killjoy was in fact victorious in that particular event as well, which probably happened about close to a year ago.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
It was quite a few months. Killjoy made it to grand finals, I think, with Ganani from Egypt.
That is correct, yeah. So these guys are no strangers to grand final showdowns, guys. And once again, they are going to go head to head. We've also just been in touch with our moderators. We were just checking the footage of Mr. 5000's previous game against Checkmate. It has unfortunately for Checkmate been confirmed that he has swapped variations. I think it was in match number 4. And yeah, the DQ stands, so Mr. 5000 advances. Checkmate FGC is gone down to the lower bracket, so he has every chance of actually making his way back through. And yeah, it's going to be some intense Mortal Kombat 11 action for the rest of the evening here, Parasurama.
Sure, I think it's going to be very exciting. Do you know what we have in store for our next stream match?
Yes, no, absolutely we do. In fact, Mr. 5000 is going to have to make his way back to actually face AI Killjoy in the winners final.
Okay, so we're going straight there.
We're going straight into the winners final, so if you can get those invites sent out to both players.
Charlie Wolf, the people in the comments seem to want to see my face for some reason. I don't quite know why, but
yeah, no, there's some serious technical difficulties here, guys. So
okay.
Please just bear with us as we try to resolve this issue. And if we are able to do so, then we will do so as soon as possible. Winners final. Killjoy versus Mr. 5000. Now, we've said it before, Para. This is something that we are not strangers to seeing. These guys seem to meet each other quite often. And, yeah, what's your thoughts of who's going to take this particular match?
So I think in the last encounter, Killjoy, did he win or? But it was quite recently. I can't remember. I think Killjoy won. Were you with me when we were watching that, Charlie Wolf?
I can't recall. Para. Honestly, can't recall.
I don't know, but I can never say. I think it depends which Justin, which Killjoy is here. So far, it seems that that Killjoy is here in terms of that Cabal and the Jade. He's playing quite ruthlessly now. He's here to win, and we can see it in the way he's playing. In terms of Justin or Mr. 5000, I think that he was doing quite well against Checkmate, but Checkmate was coming back, and then the unfortunate disqualification. So we didn't really get to see which Mr. 5000 has showed up, but I think we are going to find out in this match right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, he started out so well against a Checkmate in that match, and I think it's Killjoy was already in the COT lobby. But Checkmate was pulling it back, and, you know, we can only but say, you know, if only, or it could have been, or should have been, but it did look like the momentum was shifting slightly towards the direction of Checkmate. And it's going to be interesting to see his approach. It is an unfortunate disqualification, but it's a disqualification in terms of the match. He's gone to the lower bracket. He's got every chance of making his way back up and fighting his way through this bracket again. And who knows, he might find himself in a grand final match with an opportunity to reset the bracket. Anything's possible in Mortal Kombat, as we've seen so many times before. But I mean, for now.
I think early on in the bracket, when we were just functioning as admins, when Checkmate did face Zengani, I think Zengani left his match, and then we decided to DQ Zengani. So it wasn't that, I don't think they finished their set, but we made it a decision in terms of, from an administration point of view, to do that. And then while we were on comms, the other administrators made the decision in order to DQ Checkmate in this case. And it was like he did choose Reborn first, and then he changed back to his original variation, which isn't allowed. So it is what it is, and now we have to move on. And I'm sure if Checkmate just carries on, he played so well, so I'm sure we're going to see more of him.
He did. And I think, you know, with the rules being quite clear, guys, I think Checkmate will probably look at the situation and say, you know what, okay, it was an error, it was my bad. I'm not out of this tournament yet. In fact, there are so many more weeks for you to accumulate points, guys. So I can safely say that we have not seen the last of Checkmate. But right now, Para, the winner's final.
Yes, and we have Jackie Briggs. I haven't seen Killjoy bring her out in a while. We have Jackie Briggs locked and loaded, and Justin goes back to Johnny Cage, who's actually, I think, Killjoy's favorite character. So let's see. He's got the Black Dragon outfit at the moment, with the Black Dragon shirt and Jack's arms. Johnny has also brass knuckles, which is an unusual custom. We haven't seen Justin use it so far, so let's see if he actually does use it this time. At the moment, Justin trying to close space, keep pressure with the fireballs. Jackie Briggs trying to mix up where and what she's gonna do after the strings.
Great throw tech there, but again, just immediately goes in for another throw there, does Mr. 5000, and again, 30 seconds down, and round number 1 in the bag.
Justin getting a lot of mileage from the auto shimmy. This time, Killjoy decides not to get shimmied.
Oh, flawless blocks. Oh, it seems to be the order of the day here between these two guys. Okay, now anti-air coming through there from Jackie Briggs, and the training day variation, which looks like it has the bionic bounce. I'm not sure if I saw those, you know, the blue plasma that she drops on the floor. I'm not sure if he's equipped that move or not.
Yeah, I think if he had, we would be seeing it now. I didn't get a good look at his customs. But Johnny Cage with throw, and
again.
Now does he close it out? Justin in the lead, 1-0. It has been some time since Killjoy played Jackie Briggs competitively, at least on stream. So I wonder how comfortable he is feeling with her.
Well, I think Justin, aka Jim's Mr. 5000, took full advantage of the fact that Killjoy is maybe not accustomed to playing Jackie Briggs, at least of late. Because it seems as if he was rather comfortable in that particular match. Taking a 1-0 lead.
Buddy.
Okay, so match number 2 here. Para, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I thought I lost you.
No, still very much here. And, you know, just as you were saying that he's not used to seeing, or we're not used to seeing Jackie Briggs being played by Killjoy, go straight for the Sub-Zero pick. So clearly that didn't have the desired effect, the Jackie Briggs pick. Going for the Sub-Zero pick now, might see something a bit different. Obviously has access to the low overhead mix-ups, the special forward 2 into the crushing blow, or fatal blow rather. But Johnny Cage with a special of his own, the down one into the Rising Star.
Yeah, definitely. Justin not wanting Sub-Zero to have that space that Sub-Zero does seem to want to have. Killjoy managed to land the low, and Justin wakes up buttons, punishes Killjoy, and giving some good pressure, misses the throw. Killjoy manages to punish Justin, pushing him to the corner. It's a very close game. Justin in the lead, and he finishes the first round with a shadow kick.
Yeah, again, quite commanding play there from Mr. 5000. Mr. 5000 buttons there. Used the
5,000 buttons.
The back forward 4 to finish off that previous round. Moving Sub-Zero closer and closer to the corner here. And I think if you're a Johnny Cage player, that's exactly where you want your opponent to be. But
yeah,
Sub-Zero fighting back here, lands the low this time. Great use of the interactable there by Mr. 5000. Gets caught with that stray ice ball there, amplified, and guys are just about level on points right now.
Yeah. So Mr. 5000 in the lead, has the pressure, lands the throw, moving forward. Killjoy does a flawless block, and then gets the low, mixing, and basically hit confirms into the fatal blow. I think this might be dead, but it's
not gonna kill just
very
yet.
close. Oh,
the cancel was not necessary in that situation, and unfortunately Mr. 5000 pays the price.
yeah, if Mr. 5000 just proceeded with the order shimmy, he would have just gotten that round and the game, and I think the whole match. But no, this is the second game. Yeah, this is the second game. He would have gotten a 2-0 lead, but still fighting for it right now in the third round. Sub-Zero being very cautious, trying to whiff punish, misses his hit confirm, and Justin pressuring. Killjoy being very safe, trying to whiff punish more, but Mr. 5000 rushing ahead. He lands the ice ball, pushing Justin to the corner. Justin pushes out of the down 4, lands the jump kick. Killjoy blocks the auto shimmy, and Johnny Cage moves in and trying to get the auto shimmy. Killjoy wise to it.
Oh, and unfortunately Justin wise to that forward 2 attempt and takes a 2-0 lead over AI Killjoy.
This Johnny's seeming on fire, on green fire right now, doing all sorts of Mediterranean cult things that Johnny Cages do, and all of that.
Here's a quick question for everybody that's obviously eagerly anticipating the Mortal Kombat 11 movie, or sorry, the Mortal Kombat movie coming out on April 16th this year. Here's a quick question for you guys. Is Cole Young Johnny Cage? I'm just leaving it out there. I'm just leaving it out there.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage.
And what do we have on our screen now? A mirror match.
Special Forces Desert Command.
What do you think about this mirror, Charlie Wolf?
Well, I have seen Killjoy play with Johnny Cage, and very well on top of it. And going up against the Johnny Cage has already established quite a bit of momentum. I'm not sure how wise the pick is. I think only time will tell.
I think the big difference here in terms of customs is Killjoy's rocking a better variation. He has the Shades Crushing Blow, and Justin's not using those brass knuckles, so he's basically, Killjoy has something extra that he can use. And Killjoy in the lead at the moment, doing quite well with Johnny. Justin with the fatal blow cancel, deciding not to go for pressure, and then rushes in for a throw after that. both guys cannot. They basically cannot pressure each other with fireballs right now because Johnny Cage's hurtbox low profiles him.
Okay, it looks like we might have a disconnect here, and Mr. 5000 has left the game, so
I'll invite him again.
okay guys, so unfortunate disconnect there. We're just waiting for the player who disconnected to get re-invited. The score is currently 2-1 Parasarama in favor of Mr. 5000. Guys, while we're waiting for...
I think it's 2-0 right now.
I think Killjoy just won that previous game though.
With the...
It was on the finishing screen where the game disconnected.
Oh, okay.
So I think he would get that particular game. So it is 2-1 in favor of Gems Mr. 5000. Guys, while we're waiting for the players to reconnect, if I can just remind you guys, please visit FGC Africa on Twitter. And just to help you guys out, there is our Twitter handle, FGC_Africa. You can follow us there. You can follow myself as well. Member of the FGC Africa community at Charlie Wolf GAM1. And guys, don't forget about the Matcherino link. CGL has been so kind to drop $500 as a prize spot for this particular tournament. And you know, with the help of you, the community, we would like to get that thing closer and closer to $1,000. So guys, if you are interested, visit the Matcherino page. And just help grow our pot. $500 courtesy of the great guys at Konsole Gaming League. Like we said, it is 4 weeks of qualifiers followed by a top 8 finale on the 29th of March. And between now and then, we would like to see that $500 prize pot grow with the help of the community. So guys, if you are interested, go onto our Twitter page, get all our details there. And yeah, let's just make this an event that Africa will never forget. I think it's already that.
Charlie Wolf, I can't invite Justin. It says he's already joined, but he hasn't. So I think his invite might still be valid. Yeah.
Okay.
So Justin, if you're listening, you can just use the same invite from earlier to join the call.
Okay, big thank you to the guys at FGC Africa for, you know, there's so much going on behind the scenes, you guys. Admin support, bracket runners, you name it. And you know, for the guys who are watching, you know, one thing that Africa is obviously plagued with is a lack of dedicated servers. So, you know, we don't have the smooth connections often that we used to seeing on the Pro Tours, the Pro Competition, and some of the other events that we see that are prominent on Twitch and YouTube. But we make do with what we have, and we've got players, and this is one of those things, you know, we'll get a disqualification every now and then, or not a disqualification, but a disconnect every now and then. But Para, I just received a word from one of our mods saying to just please re-invite Mr. 5000.
Like I said, that's what I see. It's impossible for me to invite him again.
Okay, let's just see if I can do something on my side. Okay, Killjoy obviously still waiting in the Koth lobby. Yeah, it's saying here as well that he's already joined.
Joined, so, yeah.
Mr. 5000, if you can hear us, just try to rejoin using the same invitation sent to you previously.
Someone suggested a new cot.
Okay, let me do exactly that. Let me do exactly that. Okay guys, we are just trying to reset the coth here to get these two titans of Mortal Kombat 11 in the FGC Africa community back in the coth, with the score currently 2-1 in favor of Gems Mr. 5000. Killjoy, having chosen the Johnny Cage pick there, Parasarama, looked to have pulled one game back before the game disconnected, so it is 2-1 in favor of Mr. 5000. The invites have been sent out, so you should be receiving yours shortly, Para.
Killjoy also locked on Johnny Cage for the rest of the set, so Mr. 5000 at the advantage here in terms of the character picks. So I wonder what's he going to come with. He might just stay with the mirror.
Well, Mr. 5000 has the luxury of the cast to choose from, and I think, you know, having went down in that previous game against Killjoy, he's obviously had a bit of time with the disconnect as well, just to reevaluate the situation, see which character is going to be best suited for this particular match. But I would not be surprised, Para, if he actually just stuck to the Johnny Cage pick.
You never know, but I'm sure with someone who plays as many characters as he does, sometimes it's better to choose the counter pick than the mirror. So let's see what happens. I'm trying to invite both these guys again.
I've just sent him the invite now.
Oh, okay, so I'll leave it then. But it is exciting. We are in this is winners finals, so one of these guys will end up in grand finals and the loser will end up in losers finals. So we're going to see more of these guys no matter which way this goes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, both these guys still have 2 tournament lives. Loser of this match simply goes down to the lower bracket. There's still a few monsters in the losers bracket as well there, Paris. So I mean, this evening is far from over. And if the matches that we have seen on stream is anything to go by, we're still in for a few humdingers before the end of the evening.
Yeah, totally. This is going to be awesome, and I'm very excited to see what's next. And I'm still really excited about this match to see if TB Killjoy can bring this back.
Okay, so both these guys are in with the score at 2-1 in favor of Mr. 5000. Okay, it says the match is starting, and yeah.
Johnny Cage, Scorpion. Retro Kid.
Okay, they're going old school to the Retro Kid here, Para, and Mr. 5000, which he is allowed to do, having lost the previous game, has gone for, it looks to be the Reborn Scorpion.
Yeah, Reborn Scorpion. He makes a good use of that Air Demon Slam, like often doing it in the neutral, trying to throw the opponent off. So let's see what he does. As I say that, he moves back with it. Trying to enforce pressure. Killjoy wise to the Scorpion matchup, knowing it wasn't Scorpion's turn at that point.
Okay, down one into the Rising Star, amplified, forces the breakaway, lands the 1-2-4 as well, and again tries the down one into the Rising Star, and unfortunately for Killjoy, he's now needing to break away, but a down 2 crushing blow connects and lands a decent 344 damage combo there. Courtesy of that crushing blow. Great read on the down 2.
Johnny Cage has Scorpion in the corner, landing the combo and finishing the round.
Finish it off with 353. So he's got a 344 and a 353. Two combos did 70% of the damage there, Para.
Yeah, Killjoy looking on fire with this Johnny Cage. Justin, or Mr. 5000, puts Johnny in the corner, unable to keep his turn, but lands the overhead. Tries it again. Killjoy wakes up with buttons, catches Mr. 5000, and now has Justin in the corner. But moving a bit back allows Mr. 5000 to jump in. Doesn't tele-cancel. I don't know if he knew that he didn't have meter there. And doesn't stop him. Goes forward. Johnny Cage and Scorpion in health right now. Both do not have fatal blows yet. Mr. 5000, the first one, the fatal blow. I think he's getting that.
There from Killjoy, and Mr. 5000 with that 5000 buttons, unfortunately whiffs the fatal blow. And after going down 2-0, Killjoy has pulled it back to 2 games apiece.
So will this be a reverse 3-0? At the end there, I think that flawless block up 2 was the difference there on the 4-3-4 from of Scorpion. So Killjoy doing really well, getting another game. Johnny Cage is looking to be on fire right now, and we know that this is, as you can see on his combat card screen, this is his favorite character. So.
So what we're going to see happening in this final game here, guys, this is game number 5 between TB or AI Killjoy 837 and Matrix's Mr. 5000.
I think if you want to pick a counter pick character, it's difficult to do it for Johnny Cage. I don't think Scorpion is that character. I think it's an even match. I think Johnny does well as a counter, and also Joker. He moves under those force balls, and then you also get the rest of the cast that could be well. But Johnny's fairly well rounded. I don't think he has any terrible matchups. So I think Justin is thinking about this and goes back to Johnny Cage.
I think this is the right choice if it is going to be we commits to, and it does. Like you said, he doesn't have any bad matchup, does he, Parasarama? And I mean, sometimes you just need to fight fire with fire. Johnny Cage is able to dish out pressure. So I mean, both these players, high-level players, can dish out the pressure from both sides. So I think a wise choice from Mr. 5000. Let's see if it's going to be the right choice, though, in terms of turning this game in his favor.
Intro skipped as both of them throwing fireballs at each other. Justin with the advantage at the moment, trying to pressure Killjoy. Down one rising star. Fireballs. Killjoy not letting go of block there with that auto shimmy. Both guys trying to keep their turn with the down fours, the forward threes.
Well, again, even on life here, and Killjoy going into a slight lead puts Mr. 5000 in fatal blow territory, and that's exactly what he does. Cancel the fatal blow, forces the escape, and he's just going to kill. The down four does finish it off, and Mr. 5000 now finds himself on match point.
Mr. 5000 on match point. I would have liked to, I really would like Justin to think about the Shades crushing blow, because at that point he could have finished it right there. But anyway, he needed another read, which he got, and he managed to get the W on that round.
There seems to be an interesting little exchange going on here. Who's going to...
They're both trolling. But
Killjoy ends up taking that, so very, very unorthodox round there.
These guys chancing their tournament lives on fun and games, yeah. But this is a game.
And they seem to be having fun.
They do.
I mean, you know, having made it all the way into the winners final here, you know, I don't think it's the issue of points here. There's 4 ball qualifiers, or 3 ball qualifiers rather, after this, where these guys are obviously going to be there and thereabout in terms of getting as many points as possible and securing a spot in the grand finale. But you know, I think for both of these players, an opportunity to get into grand finals, obviously put yourself at quite an advantage.
Definitely. I think you don't have to to think too much after that, because then you just have to think about one opponent, whereas the loser has to think about who's coming now, who he's going to face in losers finals, whereas the winner of this, which is Mr. 5000.
Mr. 5000 takes the winners final and advances into the grand final, so he's got a guaranteed spot to place at least second in this tournament.
Yeah, like I was saying, the winner of this just has to think about he's going to think about Killjoy, who's going to be one of the losers finalists, and then whoever else. So he's already at least top 2 right now.
Yeah.
Mr. 5000. And then I saw Jivs asked a question about whether Liu Kang would have been a good counter pick for Johnny Cage. Mr. Jivs, I don't think so. It's actually the other way around. Johnny Cage does quite well in general against Liu Kang.
Para with the knowledge there. But guys, we're going down to the lower side of the bracket now, where we've got yet another absolute humdinger for you guys. We've got Checkmate FGC about to take on Luna's Panda Bear.
Cape Town
Clash.
Showdown. Yeah, Clash.
Cape Town Showdown. I actually like that.
Is that what you're gonna call the Charlie Wolf tournament in Cape Town?
Why not? Why not? So guys, Panda Bear actually went down to Mark the Shark, who you saw a little bit earlier. Mark the Shark sent Panda Bear down to the lower bracket, or lower side of the bracket, as Parasorama is going to get its invitation sent out. Let me just share with you the bracket to show you Panda Bear's progression. He went 3-0 against Zombie Classic. Then went on to meet Rex2 Ducky, who also had quite a nice little run in the lower side of the bracket, but went down to Panda Bear, and now Panda Bear is about to take on Checkmate FGC in our losers quarterfinals.
Both players invited. We are excited to see the return of Checkmate on the stream, and also Panda Bear, who's I believe you always call the husband of Elder Goddess Cetrion.
Yeah, now Cetrion main, probably the premier Cetrion player on the African scene. Guys, if you are here in chat tonight, we haven't seen Panda Bear on stream yet. He went down to Mark the Shark just before the stream went live. So this is Panda Bear's first appearance on stream this evening, and he's going to be going up against Checkmate FGC. Now these two guys, from what I understand, Parasorama, are sparring buddies. They play quite a few matches against each other on the daily. So I think over the last 3 weeks that Checkmate has been on the PS4 scene, these players probably got a chance to know each other's playstyle rather well, and it's all come to meeting each other in a CGL event.
Yeah, and Checkmate currently maining Scorpion. Scorpion is the character that I myself prefer playing against Cetrion, so I don't think in terms of that pick it's going to be much of a bother for him. So I think Panda, is he checking for lag? He's like moving the cursor up and down.
But it looks like it's Checkmate. Panda's just chilled.
Oh, okay.
Panda's just rather chilled, waiting for Checkmate to commit to the Scorpion pick. Without surprise, Panda's gone straight to his main character being Cetrion. Guys, losers quarterfinals. It's about to go down. Checkmate FGC versus Panda Bear. Who is going to advance?
Who is going to advance? So we have Checkmate with the variation he's been picking for most of the tournament, and we have Luna Panda Bear with the best Cetrion custom variation, according to most people.
So this would be with the ground erupt, the wins and the teleport.
Yeah, the earthquake, I think, eh?
Yeah, the ground erupt.
Yeah. So right now, Checkmate being very patient, waiting for anything so he can teleport Scorpion. Panda, I know, quite familiar with this matchup versus Scorpion. Also waiting for something so that he can punish. Scorpion ends up doing a raw teleport. Panda punishes with the throw. I'm not sure I don't know if it was a punish actually. Panda getting the Hell's Wrath and pressuring with wins. Checkmate doing a tele cancel, getting a throw now. Cetrion with her own throw. Panda in the lead at the moment. Very patient at the moment. And almost at the end here. Checkmate is on Fatal Blow. Can he bring this back?
Hell's Wrath and just one touch for Panda Bear. Waiting patiently, but does get back thrown.
Anything can happen, yeah?
Oh, and I don't think that was intentional, but the standing one, or standing two, I believe it is, enough to close out game, or round number one rather.
Fight.
So Panda in the lead, and now will punish with the crushing blow. Although he has full breaker, he doesn't break away. Panda trying to stagger, move backwards, and feint Scorpion to moving forwards. Checkmate lands a throw, throws the spear, which Panda doesn't punish, which he can if he wanted to at that point. And then resets, moves in with another tele cancel. Panda wise to it, doing a jump in without the Hell's Wrath this time, and just trying to out nooch.
Down two. Oh, great short up there. Nope, that's going to be a punish, and I think that might just finish the round. Panda gets the breakaway. Tries the short up again. Doesn't quite land.
Panda wise to that hop attack there. Blocks it, but still manages. But Checkmate still manages to clutch it out.
Fight.
One down the piece. Okay, trading there. Unfortunately, just seeing that whiff punish there. Checkmate.
Close game. Who's gonna do it? Panda moving in and out of Scorpion's range, just trying to bait some buttons. Checkmate managed to jump out of that throw attempt. Panda not getting shimmied.
Okay, one is confirmed coming through from Checkmate there. Doesn't fall for the whiffed spear. Throw escape. Oh, just manages to land the Hell's Wrath. Oh, and this is going to be a problem for Panda Bear. Looks like Checkmate might have dropped that combo there, Para.
Yeah, and he has the crushing
blow. And
blow.
The crushing blow was loaded, but not death just yet.
Nice reaction to the jump in. He jumped back, saw Panda jumping towards him, and then let out the jump kick and finished it off. Checkmate in the lead, 1-0.
1-0 indeed, and I think that was probably one of the most exciting matches I've seen in quite some time between a Cetrion player who normally steamrolls most of the opponents. I mean, a lot of people are kind of accusing Cetrion players of being carried, but it takes quite a bit of skill to actually play Cetrion at the particular level, and Panda Bear obviously been playing Cetrion since day one. I don't think his skill comes into question at all here, Parasarama. He is
Definitely
one of the most skillful players, and that was a great first match there with Checkmate ultimately clutching it to take a 1-0 lead in this first to 3 losers quarter-final match.
Even though Checkmate has won the game, he's actually still thinking, trying to think what's his next strategy going to be in this game. But from Panda, what I would like to see is more of a rushdown style in terms of he was playing quite well in terms of a neutral spacing way with Cetrion, but I think I think he might find more success if he attacks more with Cetrion right now. But let's see how it goes down.
Okay, so checkmate FGC in a 1-0 lead over Luna. Panda Bear starts off with the Hell's Wrath amplified.
Missing the punish.
Great reaction there from checkmate rather, FGC.
No, actually, I think Panda missed the punish there, and I think Scorpion was already telling out there because Cetrion can't punish the spear with that with those vines.
Alright, this is where the vines are going to come into effect here. Standing 4 into the rock wall.
Mixes with the earthquake and has Scorpion right where Cetrion would want him, but he's out.
I always want to say that was the first deadly wins that we've seen in this particular match, and I see 2 came out in quick succession there.
Maybe Panda's worried about the flawless blocks after the forward 2-3 string.
Checkmate
right now,
cashing in on a fatal blow. I'm not sure if this is going to kill Parasurama, but
I don't think it will.
Mighty close.
Yeah, checkmate is in the lead right now with that fatal blow, trying to get the throw and finish the game, but patient and wins the first round. Panda's not out of it, wanting to take it, gets Hell's Wrath there, not going forward, trying to bait, both characters trying to bait each other into going forward. Both characters teleport and miss each other. Panda seems content to be zoning and coming in at times. Not sure if that's the right approach for Scorpion, but maybe because, as you say, that they play each other a lot, maybe that's why he's doing it.
Checkmate looking fairly comfortable at this stage of this second round here. Having lost the first round here, Checkmate obviously just biding his time, waiting for his moments. Panda with a reversal punish there. 1-1-2 next, but Panda wake up button into a punish.
Panda moving ahead with the jump in. Right now both characters in the neutral. Checkmate lands a spear, combos. Was thinking about coming in fatal blow, but wise to the breakaway. And
Panda finishes it off with the forward.
Excellent play by Panda. Yeah, 4-2-3 into fatal blow. That 4-2-3 from Cetrion is a good shimmy. So even though she doesn't have like the classic auto shimmy, that 4-2-3 is a shimmy in itself. So I think Carlisle or Checkmate wanting to take a throw at that point got shimmied and was pressing buttons for whatever reason, and Panda caught him.
Well,
so we have 1-1. Yeah.
One game apiece between.
One game apiece, and this Cape Town showdown is turning out to be quite the match.
Okay, so interesting the variation name choice, Parasurama from Cetrion there. Panda Bear's variation is in fact called Buff Cetrion. Now, I'm not sure how you feel about that, but I'm sure many Cetrion players think that if there's going to be a buff dished out in favor of Cetrion, probably be in the damage department.
Yeah, I think that's what they want, but I'm not sure if they're gonna get it.
Yeah, 20 months into the game, I doubt it.
Yeah. Right now, Checkmate lands the combo, misses the spear, and he doesn't have meter, or he does have meter to breakaway, but Panda drops the combo, punishes with Hell's Wrath, teleports behind Checkmate, misses the grab. Checkmate lands the back 1-4 combo. Both characters trying to get the advantage at the moment. checkmate with the spear crushing blow into a throw. He loads a crushing blow throw as well. Panda on fatal blow, always the most dangerous time when fighting Panda, because he really knows how to use the fatal blow, either raw or confirming it.
Standing 4 connects, and checkmate takes the first round of game number 3 here. So both players still have their fatal blows in check.
Round 2, fight.
But ooh, Panda caught slipping there. Holds that in the incorrect direction and lands the crushing blow. Does checkmate. Doesn't confirm
Checkmate.
the one hit.
Yeah, he misses that confirm, but this is exactly the reason why I was saying in the other game that I don't think Cetrion should be zoning Scorpion too much.
Okay, Panda needs to be careful throwing out those earthquakes, because that second hit can be interrupted with the Scorpion teleport.
Yeah. I actually think that's probably even a better idea, because he could bait Scorpion, but checkmate in the lead, easily winning this game, and now checkmate in the lead 2-1.
2-1 indeed.
Yeah, so I was like saying that Cetrion could earthquake and cancel it, and then bait the teleport and punish. So these are the mind games that these two can play with each other. But what the basic strategy I would like to see from Panda is less zoning. I think it's gonna get Cetrion in trouble against Scorpion, because a lot of her zoning tools are reactable, like easily, like with Scorpion.
Scorpion.
You there, Charlie Wolf?
I am indeed, and I'm just...
Okay.
I kind of like this approach by checkmate. You know, before going or rushing into the next match, you maybe just taking a minute to just think about what you can possibly do better in the match, even though you won the previous match.
Yeah.
So maybe it's also just an indication that, you know, this is not just about playing Mortal Kombat, but really taking the time to think about the match. Obviously, he respects his opponent in a big way, and rightfully so. I mean, he's playing against one of the best Cetrion players on the continent.
One of the best players on the continent.
Well, there we go.
I would say, yeah.
And so far, checkmate doing exceptionally well, taking a 2-1 lead over Luna Panda Bear. And if Panda Bear happens to lose his next game, unfortunately, that's goodbye for his tournament life.
Again, Panda losing some damage there with the zoning, but manages to punish the teleport and has Scorpion in the blender. Makes a mistake. Back in the blender with the deadly winds. Back in there. Playing the spacing. Has Scorpion in the corner.
That was
and
an excellent round from Panda
see,
Bear. I mean,
this is what Cetrion needs to do.
Round 2, fight.
Arcadis is back in chat.
Scorpion landing the combo. Another one hit confirmed. Getting the plus frames, going for the throw. Escape failed, crushing blow loaded. Cetrion late.
Micro duck there from checkmate.
Carlisle or checkmate coming back quite strong with the second round there.
Puts himself on match point here for Parasurama, so checkmate, after going down quite convincingly that first round, just answers back right away with a very, very convincing round number 2. And here's a crushing blow. Panda Bear is on life with it shortly, but misses the punish, lands the final hit though.
Do you think Panda's getting a bit nervous here?
I'm not sure, but checkmate just seems to be gathering all the momentum going into this final round, or what could potentially be a final round here for Panda Bear. And it looks like he is going to unfortunately have to say goodbye to his tournament life unless
Not
he can
over yet.
only
Not
a few
over
parts to
yet.
come back.
Let's see. Panda can certainly do this, I think. but he's right at the edge. Basically, only chip is required.
Unfortunately, for Panda Bear, Checkmate closes it out, and I think you're going to see a friendship here.
Well,
at least I can see the inputs. You know, I think he's trying the inputs, but
I think in order to do the inputs friendship, there's certain conditions that need to be met.
Yeah,
so.
just do a friendship shortcut. But you know, take nothing away from the match. Absolutely fantastic showing by Checkmate FGC.
Really, yeah, wonderful stuff.
Advancing into the loser semi-finals, where, if I am not mistaken, he's going to face the winner of Mark the Shark versus Frosh 911.
So what should we do at this point? Should we keep Checkmate in the Koth, or?
No, I'm not too sure just yet. Let me just double check with the guys on admin.
Okay.
But what a
great
match
showing.
there. Great showing, absolutely. I mean, clean Cetrion play, clean Scorpion play. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and in this particular situation, the Scorpion prevailed.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, did you see that first round of the third game where, or the last, Checkmate's last game now, when Cetrion was putting the pressure on? I think it's a whole nother game that Cetrion has, and that can be used by Cetrion, and I would have liked to see more of that from Panda there, but I think that it is what it is, and Checkmate did play a hell of a game, and he took it to Panda and got the W.
We can ask Checkmate to leave the Koth. We are going to go into our next match, Parasarama, the match between Frosh 911 and X-Ray 92.
Okay,
so if you can send those invitations out. Checkmate obviously going to be facing the winner of this particular match. Still a Ludus quarterfinal match.
Yeah. So, what do you know? Do you remember the last digits in Frosh's name?
The last digit?
Last 3 digits.
911.
Yeah. What is your emergency?
Well, I think going into this match, you know, we've seen Frosh play so many times, a extraordinary Kano player. Going up against X-Ray 92, who, I mean, plays quite a bit of the cast. He loves the heavy hitters. So your Barakas, your Noob Saibot, your Spawns, your Kotal Khans, they're going to be on X-Ray's character choice. But going up against Frosh 911, X-Ray could very much find himself in a position where he has to call emergency depending on what Frosh 911 we see. And you know, he's made it this far, and I think his momentum is obviously going to has already carried him to this point, and now it's a case of using that momentum and seeing if it's going to be enough to overcome a little obstacle called Mark the Shark.
I'm very excited to see this game. Frosh has the wildest style, I think, on the PS scene that I can remember. I remember playing the very first time I played with him. I was playing a long set with him, and at that time I was playing Kitana quite a bit. So I had him with Highborn, and I kept on resetting him with the fans. And I did it 3 times. And then eventually I thought, this man is going to block at this point, and he didn't. He kept on going for the down 2. He hit me square in the chin with Kano's down 2, and I was in a full fatal blow combo kind of thing.
Yeah, we had an epic set. I had an epic set myself with Frosh 911, but we will get to that. I think both players are in the Koth lobby, Para.
Okay.
We have got ourselves another match, a losers quarterfinal match between X-Ray 92 and Frosh 911.
So X-Ray 92 hailing from Durban, South Africa, and Frosh from Zambia. I'm not sure which city in Zambia, but Frosh ripping that Kano on the combat card, but who will he pick? Mark going straight to Baraka.
I think somebody has left the coffee. Is that you, Para?
I see everyone has left the cot. That means I have left the cot.
Okay.
I'll join now.
Okay, let me. Okay.
I should be able to join on the old invite.
Right, just remember to please go AFK. We don't want you jumping in with these monsters.
Yeah. I'll get eaten by a Baraka or a Frosh. He'll call 911 for me. Something will happen.
Okay, looks like the guys are going to make the intros rock. Baraka going up against Kano here.
All sales final, Baraka.
Round 1, fight.
Okay, Crush 911 and X-Ray 92. Kano versus Baraka. That's what you're seeing on screen right now, guys. And Baraka and Kano kind of like even on life at this point in time.
I can't join you on this first game, Charlie Wolf, but I'll be there next.
Okay, Baraka going up against Kano. Ooh, looks like a decent combo there, but making use of that little move that he's got going for him. But unfortunately, this might be. Oh, and just lands the 1-1 into a blade charge, and Baraka takes that first round.
Round 2, fight.
Okay.
Kano's variation, I've got your back. I'm not going to mention on stream Mock the Shock variation. Okay, trying to fight back with the standing through there is Kano. Oh, thought he was going to get the command grab, but unfortunately the previous combos he landed, it basically nullified that command grab for him. Wake up. Forward 4 unfortunately works the command grab due to a delayed wake up. At the end of the combo, broke away and just woke up into a fatal blow of his own. And this is going to close out the round for Kano. 1 round apiece between these two guys. Losers quarterfinal, Frosh 9-1 versus X-Ray 92. 1 round apiece, Baraka versus Kano. Blocks coming in all over the screen, and this is going to do a bit of damage here for Mock the Shock. 392 damage off a bread and butter combo.
Just another day for Baraka.
There's the forward 3, and unfortunately didn't complete that combo, but does have an escape failed, already loaded, and a crushing blow grab. No fatal blow, as it's already been used. Great Flores block from Mock the Shock, and he's going to close it out with the chop chop.
Brutality.
No. He's opted to keep the fatality for now, or keep the brutality for now.
He's holding it.
He's holding it.
And
I think he's also being wise, because you don't want to be dishing out brutalities in the first game only to go down 3-1. So I think a wise move there from Mock the Shock, but great showing nonetheless with that Baraka pick. And as a Kano loyalist, Frosh 911 probably has about 3 or 4 different custom variations equipped. But he's gone for the same I got your back variation. Believes that this can do the trick against his Baraka, but let's see if match number 2 is going to hold something a bit different in store for Frosh 911, because I think in that third round especially, X-Ray 92 looked fairly comfortable.
I think Frosh is very comfortable with this this variation. He obviously saw some things that he can use in the upcoming match now, in the second match. Mark lands the back 4 and then some pressure. Mark moving ahead with the shimmies. Frost not getting shimmied, but does down 2 and catches Mark in the Kano combo. Finishes off with the command throw. Mark lands a Baraka combo now, but Frost wise and breaks away. Mark does have that armor breaker equipped though, so
Yeah, he does. He does. Great micro duck there from the command grab. And you see Mark the Shark continuing his combo string with the gutted, just in case Frost 911 lets go of block. Drops the combo though, and just like that, Frost just answers back with a fatal blow of his own. Again, using it in the first round here. And,
raw fatal blow. We all have to beware of that.
Round 2, fight.
Okay, good start to the round here by Frost 911, getting about 50% of Mark's life already done and dusted with about 15 seconds of the round played.
Yeah, if he plays this well, he could finish it right now and get the match. But he gets shimmied, and Mark has him in the corner. Frost managed to break out of it, not getting shimmied this time. Back in the corner, Frost lands some hits, gets Mark in the corner again, and could have hit confirmed into a full combo there. But did it?
It's gonna hurt. I don't think he's gonna go for the gutted finish.
I'm pretty sure he went for the fatal blow and it didn't come out. But just as well, Mark won the second round, and we are in a third round, and this is in the second game. Right now, Mark the Shark is ahead. Lands the throw. Baraka's throws does put the opponent quite at a distance.
Forward
And
4-3 connects.
Kano staggering, and now Mark throws him away, throws some projectiles. Both of these guys zoning a bit.
Now that was a punish there. Unfortunately, Mark the Shark just a little bit late on that.
Yeah, I think it's always a surprise when Kano rolls under, down under.
Right, I think this might just do it. Can they escape? Nope. Whoa, not finished just yet. And is Frost going to be able to turn it around? Unfortunately not, as X-Ray 92 goes into a 2-0 lead.
X-Ray 92 in the lead, 2-0 at the moment. One more to finish it, unless Frost 911 has something to say about it.
So the I got your back variation on 2 occasions, unable to do the job against X-Ray 92. So I wonder if we're going to see a variation swap. I doubt we'll see a character swap, Parasurama, but as I was saying before the match started, as a Kano loyalist, sure that Frost has quite a few variations of Kano that he's built up, but again, it looks like he's going to be committing to the I've got your back variation.
It's probably the variation he's most comfortable with. But since you do play a bit of Kano yourself, what would you suggest for this Baraka pick?
I would have probably sacrificed the biomagnetic pool in favor of the Vegemite, but the lumberjack or the lumbercheck and the manhandled are moves that I don't think any custom Kano can be without. And it's just whether or not he wants to do the biomagnetic pool, whether he wants to do the Vegemite, or whether he wants to do the acid.
I think that acid can be quite good as someone who plays against Kano. Frost seeming much more attacking at the moment, but as we say that, Mark throws him into the corner, and again trying that 1-1-2, trying to shimmy. Frost wide to all of this, just blocking.
Give me a half a second, Parasurama.
Sure, no problem. Kano trying to fight out, both guys doing staggers. Mark has him in the corner, moving in and out of range. and Mark wins that round, throws him to the corner.
Round 2, fight.
Mark pushes him to the corner, and he has Kano in all sorts of trouble at the moment. Kano fights out. Mark lands it, advancing mid special, and happy to keep Kano in the corner, and the Frosh doesn't seem to know what to do right now.
Well, Baraka's pressure can be relentless in the right scenario, and that is exactly what X92 is doing really well. Kano managed to get a position swap with Baraka in the corner this time.
Mark not punishing though the biomagnetic pull and block.
Oh, tries a wake up fatal blow, but fails in his attempt, and I think that's going to do it. Mark X-Ray 92 with a 3-0 victory over Frosh 911. Probably going to dish out.
It's friendship time. And everyone gets some cake.
Not the best friendship in the game, I must be honest with you. But a great showing from X-Ray 92 there. Ultimately making light work of Frosh 911. So unfortunately for Frosh 911, he's the one actually in need of an emergency. But that emergency will probably only be answered in next week, guys. Each and every competitor, as well as people who are interested, you can sign up for Konsole Kombat Southeastern Africa Edition. There are still 3 weeks of qualifiers. Sign up, try and accumulate as many points, and you could find yourself in the grand final on the 29th of March.
Frosh doing well to make it this far. What's the bracket looking like?
Well, the bracket, let's just see if they've updated the most recent scores. We're just waiting for them to update the match that we've seen recently, with Mark the Shark advancing into the losers semi-final, going up against Checkmate.
Should I invite Checkmate?
I think you can invite Checkmate. I think Mark can stay in the COT lobby if he hasn't left just yet.
He's staying. I think he understands what's happening.
Alright. So yeah, you can get Checkmate in. And we're going, guys, into our losers semi-final match. X-Ray 92 going up against Checkmate FGC. Another humdinger here, Parasurama.
Definitely. A match we wanted to see, and we get to see on CGL Week 1.
Week 1 indeed. And guys, speaking of CGL Week 1, if you want to see more information about this tournament, how it's going down, the rules, the Match Arena page, please go to our Twitter page, which is at FGC_Africa. All the details of the CGL tournament, as well as all the other events being hosted by FGC Africa, you can find it there. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, guys, as you can see there, at CharlieWolfGAM1, part of FGC Africa's admin team, and also doing weekly tournaments, exhibition matches for the African continent. Be sure to check it out as well. Losers semi-finals.
Very exciting. There's been, like I mentioned before, Checkmate has made these videos, and he calls out these 3 players. The first one we did see a bit of, which was Checkmate versus Mr. 5000, and this one is one of the others, which is Mark the Shark or X-Ray 92.
Well, it's because of the guys at Konsole Gaming League that we are able to bring you these hype matches, guys. So big shout out to Nips and the team at Konsole Gaming League. Have been kind enough to not only offer Africa a platform to showcase our talent to the international stage, but also have decided to drop $500 as a prize pool on the 29th, for the 29th, which is the grand finale after 4 weeks of Konsole Kombat Southeast Africa qualifiers. 1st of March, 8th of March, 15th of March, and the 22nd of March are your 4 qualifiers to accumulate as many points as you can possibly do. The 8 combatants with the highest amounts of accumulated points after the 4 weeks advance into the grand finals taking place on the 29th. And there's, as we said, $500 as things stand right now. And we are hoping to, through your help as a community, improve and increase that prize pot. So guys, big thank you to Konsole Gaming League. Loser semi-finals about to take place.
Let's get this started.
Versus X-Ray92.
Checkmate immediately goes for a tele-cancel, and then Mark the Shark lands the gutted, and Checkmate trying to fight out, manages to confirm into a back one. Mark the Shark not able to land the pressure he wants, chasing Scorpion at the moment, who is currently managing to keep away. Mark the Shark is in, and he gets his combo. Baraka currently is in the lead. Mark the Shark misses the armor breaker, but gets the throw, and finishes it off with the chop chop. First round to Mark the Shark.
Good showing from Mark the Shark here, and you know what we've seen so far from Checkmate is his ability to adapt to situations. So going down that first round, I think anybody really would be unwise to write off Checkmate at this point in time.
Yeah, definitely. Checkmate landing the combo, lands the Oki with a 1-1-2. Mark the Shark rolling forward, not punished. Checkmate not getting shimmied either. And
short up into the forward grab, and I think that's going to do it for the second round here. Checkmate taking it and answering back immediately. Mark the Shark, X-Ray versus Checkmate, 1 round apiece. And the raw teleport surprisingly connects there better.
yeah, that's why we live as Scorpion mains. We have to do those raw teleports once in a while to keep people honest, you know. Right now, Checkmate has Mark in the corner, lands the back 1-2, lands the 2-bar combo for Scorpion, and Checkmate happy to play a hit and run kind of style, going in and out. Lands another combo, and currently Checkmate in the lead. Baraka on Fatal Blow, quite dangerous at this point. Checkmate does get shimmied this time.
Oh, and this is going to be a problem for Checkmate here. Checkmate actually very wise not to break away at the time. We clearly Mark the Shark thought that it was going to be an opportunity for him to... Ooh, this is going to be so close. An opportunity for him to close it out with the Fatal Blow. Didn't quite happen, but the jump kick...
I think Checkmate missing the flawless block there on the jump in.
I think so too.
And Mark the Shark taking the first game. Very close, very exciting, and we want to see more.
That's what I would call squeaky bum time, because that was just... I mean, I was at the edge of my seat there, not sure which way that game was going to go, Para. And almost anticlimactic at the end.
Yeah, both guys making mistakes towards the end. I saw a micro duck there by Checkmate at the end. Mark could have confirmed on a few combos there. So much going on in that last game.
Well, unlike what we've seen in previous matches, Checkmate going straight for the pick, not waiting on the character select to just, you know, think about what or how he has to approach this next game. Clearly,
I think he
was comfortable.
Yeah, I think he already has the strategy in place, and I think he feels that it is working. But let's see if Mark has something in store for Checkmate now with this Baraka.
Okay, Mark just chasing Scorpion to the corner. Oh, and he lands a combo here, Para. This is going to be some big damage.
I think Mark always going for these optimals lately, and doing a good job of doing them.
Commentator's curse coming in there though, Para, as you say that he drops his next attempt at the combo.
Yeah.
Okay, starts off with a low this time. No meter to extend that gutted combo.
Delaying the jump in again, perhaps catching Checkmate trying to flawless block it.
Good reaction there by Checkmate. And the back throw.
And Mark going forward.
And again.
Reacts. Full screen, it's quite easy to react to that projectile. I think Baraka can throw projectiles, but he has to be a bit closer than that.
Oh, and Checkmate actually pulled that back really well there. I mean, he had a life deficit to deal with, and he managed to almost a true master type fashion. Raw armor breaker there by Baraka, and lands a dump in. This is going to do a decent amount of damage if Mark doesn't drop this. 400 plus damage there, 415.
Another punish on the hop attack. Baraka's punishes are so savage. I think that's the right word.
Yeah, very convincing round there by Checkmate in game number 2.
Fight.
Sorry, by X-Ray rather.
Yeah. Catching Checkmate not blocking. Has him in the corner. Carrying on the pressure with a throw. I think now it's becoming very dangerous in terms of strike and throw with Baraka.
Okay, does land the throw. Now we've seen him pull a victory in the first round from a similar sort of a life deficit, but leaves himself open to a combo punish, and I think this might just do it better. I think this
he
might
has
just
meter.
do it.
It's over. Gutted crushing blow to end it, and Mark is currently at 2-0.
2-0 over Checkmate. And the winner of this is going to go into the losers final, where they're going to face AI Killjoy, who's waiting patiently, having lost the winners finals against Gematrix's Mr. 5000. So Killjoy hasn't been playing for a while, waiting for these matches to basically unfold. And he's getting to a point now where he could potentially be one game away from playing XO92. That being said, Parasarama, the set is not over just yet. And even though XO92 is in a 2-0 lead, we have seen reverse 3-0s previously, especially when it comes to these top players.
Yeah, I think Checkmate, as we said last time, he wasn't thinking before the match. This time he is evaluating what can he do, how can he play this better, how can he get the advantage. I think when it comes to Baraka, you just got to block. That's the main advice we can give. I hope he doesn't land on Reborn again. And okay, no, he's chosen the variation.
Colosseum Beast Pen.
You know, there's so many people that say that Baraka, having access to this insane damage, could be seen as carried. But if you play Baraka, you'll realize that it takes quite a bit of work to actually get into a situation where you can open up your opponent.
Well, that's his special ability, damage.
Well, that's it, yeah.
Shao also has a special ability. It doesn't stop him from being the worst in the game.
Now, well, there you go. So, you know, definitely not anywhere close to the top of the tier list in on most of the pro players' accounts, Baraka. But in the right hands, which I'm sure is the case for any character, can be a real pain to deal with. And I think that is exactly what Checkmate rather is experiencing at this point. Just being mauled by this insane Baraka pressure, insane Baraka damage.
But quite a lot of risky moves from Checkmate, and Mark on the board just basically punishing everything. Lands a back 2 combo, puts Mark in the corner, but then chooses to jump out. Mark missing the full punish, but he gets the shimmy.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. 549 damage. that was some high IQ play there from X92
Yeah,
to
that
land
is
that
crazy.
549 damage, and Checkmate has to basically dig himself out of the hole, and that's exactly what he started to try to do here with the wake up fatal blow, which is probably going to put him in a bit of a life lead here over X92, albeit very small, not even a life lead.
Last chance, and Mark just needing 1 or 2 hits.
And I think that is it. Mark the Shark taking it 3-0 over Checkmate FGC. Impressive showing there from X92, Para.
Yeah, very impressive. All Baraka in terms of that last game. The other 2 games being much closer.
Well, that was your losers semi-final. So unfortunately for Checkmate FGC, it is goodbye for his week 1 tournament life. But if I'm not mistaken, he will be back in week number 2, week number 3, and week number 4. And I mean, in terms of his week number 1 showing there, Parasarama, I think he ends up in 4th place.
Yeah.
So there's a fair amount of points that he's already accumulated from his week 1 showing. So,
and I'm not sure about the Xbox scene, but we know on the PlayStation scene this is his first tournament, and he's done very well. So
no, absolutely. And
congratulations to him.
Well, that does mean that Mark the Shark advances to face AI's Killjoy 837 in the losers final. So I'm sure Mark, aware of what's happening in terms of the bracket, is going to be staying in the Koth.
But he's left, so I'll invite him again.
That's fine, you can just re-invite him as well as AI's Killjoy.
We are at, this is it, Charlie Wolf. This is almost the climax.
Yeah, we're getting there. Mr. 5000 sitting pretty in grand finals, winner side, waiting for the winner of this particular match, a run back. Am I right? Has this match happened before? No, it hasn't.
I think Mark and Killjoy did fight earlier in the winners bracket.
Let's just double check and confirm that. Yes, they did, with Killjoy taking it 3-1. Yes, I recall now with the Cabal pick. Okay, guys, so this is our penultimate match of the night. Losers finals between Mark the Shark and AI's Killjoy. Winner has the unenviable task of having to beat Mr. 5000 in 2 first to 3 sets. It's possible?
Anything's possible, right?
So they say. And I mean, looking at the quality of the play that we've seen on stream tonight, I don't think we have any reason to doubt anybody's ability to actually take the lead after week 1 in Konsole Kombat Southeastern Africa.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see if, like, every match is exciting right now. I think the last match we just watched was quite good. Mark did win, I think 3-0, but I think there were some close moments, and I think it was only in the last game that he really was doing really well. I'm not sure if Checkmate if nerves was a factor, and all the matches actually have been great so far.
Well, I think, you know, nerves a factor on stream when you are playing your very first PS4 tournament? I think the answer to that is, of course it is. And I think with this being in the format that it is, every single player that is competing in this tournament would have got some data on their opponents, look to see who the strongest players are, know where they need to concentrate in terms of lab time. So I think Checkmate and every other player that's competed here tonight is going to be going back into the lab over the coming week. Just, you know, simulate a few scenarios in the lab and come back stronger next week.
Yeah, I think Checkmate more so today than in the previous events on stream has solidified himself as a strong competitor, and going forward, everyone's going to beware.
No, for sure. And you know, big up to the guys at CGL for giving Checkmate and every other player on the scene a platform to showcase the talent. It's an honor for us to bring to you players like Gematrix's Mr. 5000 and X92, AI Killjoy, Luna Panda Bear. It's just absolutely fantastic for us to be able to bring you this as FGC Africa. Obviously a very proud moment for us. And what you guys get in return is an ability to see some real quality competitors on the African continent. X92 with the Noob Cybot pick going up against an interesting pick from AI Killjoy, now going for the Baraka pick.
I think there was some trolling there. I think Killjoy kept on choosing Noob. I think wanting Mark the Shot to choose Noob. But let's see how this goes. Killjoy playing with the same variation X-Ray was, gutted and late charge.
Fight.
Right now, Mark content playing neutral, throwing out the forward 2 jump ins, 1-1-2. Killjoy missing his blade charge and Mark was punishing. Armor breaker not needed because Killjoy didn't break. And Killjoy not going forward into Mark's back 1+3. Killjoy does get shimmied a bit by that 1-1 and manages to throw Mark back into the corner. Landing a combo, missing the armor break. Killjoy keeping up the pressure and then Mark fighting out with the forward 2. String anti-airing with the down 4. And being very patient, knowing he just has to chip Killjoy out, but I think this is it. And it is. Killjoy ahead by one round.
Seem to have lost it forever.
Yeah, there was a lot of reads there at the end, but at the end I think Killjoy...
Oh, wake up button there from Mark the Shark, and oh, this is going to be the optimal. He drops it. Teleport, and he goes for it again. This is the optimal, but it doesn't continue with the combo there. It's still 311 damage there, Parasurama. So a drop combo of 311
into a reset.
Into a reset, and just like that, after a first round, it seemed like it was taking an eternity. Normal service resumed in round number 2, and 1 down apiece.
Yeah. And Noob Cybot has that crazy damage too, it's also his special ability. But Baraka lands a crushing blow throw, puts Mark into the corner, into another combo which Mark breaks out of. And who's going to win this?
Well, Killjoy in prime position to take this game number 1. And I think he's just about ready to close out the game and does so. 1-0 in favor of Killjoy with a very, very unexpected, at least from my point of view, Parasurama Baraka pick.
Yeah, so I think this may be an attempt from Killjoy. Maybe he's trying to get under Mark's skin a bit with the character pick here. But we're gonna see now what Mark does. Is he gonna also choose Baraka, or is he gonna go back to Noob? Maybe he'll go to spawn.
Now, there's definitely something we don't see on stream too often, and that is a Baraka mirror. And we're not going to see it though, because he's stuck to the Noob Cybot pick.
I think Noob has what it takes, yeah. But Killjoy playing very well, getting that first game. In the lead, now 1-0. but Mark, I think, still gonna come back with something else in this game.
Well, 1-0 in favor of AI Killjoy. Winner of this match facing Mr. 5000 in the in the grand final.
Mark the Shark throwing out those fireballs. Each, when it hits, hits for about 90. So content to trade. Baraka trying to get in here. And more fireballs. Keeping Baraka nicely out with the Noob Saibot's rangy normals, and finishes it with an unbreakawayable combo there at the end with the slide.
Unbreakawayable. That's the first that's the first time I've ever heard that term being used on stream. So that's something I'm going to incorporate into my commentary going forward. Unbreakawayable.
Okay. Let's do this.
Absolutely. XA92 seems to be doing a little bit better in game number 2 here, having already taken that first round. Killjoy's variation name, you won't last 30 seconds. Mark, I think much more clean mash.
Yeah, I think that's where Killjoy wants Noob Saibot, but Mark's gotten some space now. I think those fireball trades did it in the first round. Trying to wolf punish with the fatal blow, but Noob Saibot's fatal blow a bit too slow.
Close it out there.
And Mark the Shark showing us just how well he knows both his characters, and employing a strategy that worked quite well against AI Killjoy on this occasion. The question is, will AI Killjoy choose Baraka again, or is he going to go for someone else?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Cabal pick coming out again, because I'm sure that Killjoy would want to meet Mr. 5000 in the grand final. It is one apiece now, guys, so you know, I would be thinking about this quite carefully in terms of which character I'm going to choose, and it looks like Killjoy is hovering over Cetrion.
The Elder Goddess.
Bit of trolling.
No. Scorpion.
Now this is an interesting pick, this. And it seems like the Scorpions are coming out of the woodwork here, because this is now the third player I think that we've seen since the stream has started who's taken Scorpion. I think we saw Mr. 5000 take Scorpion. We've seen an entire run with Scorpion from Checkmate FGC. And now we see AI Killjoy run to Scorpion as well, so
Round 1. Fight.
Definitely seems to be a common character in tonight's stream, at least.
Mark the Shark quite familiar with this matchup though, because he
flawless block.
Great flawless block. He himself plays Scorpion. Killjoy getting the spear into a crushing blow, misses the combo though, unfortunately. Mark the Shark misses the hit confirm.
Yes, uncharacteristic from both these players, because normally they're so clean and so crisp when it comes to their punishes, but both of them in fairly quick succession dropping a valuable combo, leaving quite a bit of damage on the table there as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys come back from this. It's round number 1, they're more or less level on life right now. Forward 3-4 crushing blow connects, forces the escape, down 1.
I think nerves affecting everyone at this stage in this tournament. Both players just trying to get position. X-Ray refusing to be shimmied. And as we know, Noob Saibot can do that back 1+3 for free on Scorpion, except in the corner.
Back 3 into the amplified slide, closes out that round for XA92.
Fight.
AI Killjoy missing the teleport there. Mark using the poke to get him, and then
Just
throws
grabs him
him
out of
into
the
the
back one.
corner. Yeah. Trying to meet you with the down one. Mark gets him into another combo, but misses it. Killjoy wakes up with buttons, puts Mark into the corner, doing a hop attack to try and bait something out, but nothing happens. And Mark punishes to a full combo. AI Killjoy breaks, moves forward with the back 3 overhead. Mark lands another combo, but no crushing blow available.
X-Ray in a very commanding life lead here. Trades projectiles there. Raw teleport connects but doesn't get confirmed. Mark the Shark trying to just close it out now. Killjoy lands the back 3. Ooh, and I think it just turned around in a second.
Killjoy betting it all on that overhead, thinking that Mark the Shark not blocking it, and he was right. We are in a third round.
Of the third game.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more even here, Parasarama.
He's got Demon Breath as well.
He does. Zero new, just vibes, says TV Killjoy.
Okay. One,
X-Ray doing extremely well in this round. Again, commanding life lead, no fatal blow to think about, and just like that, finishes it off with a forward 2-1-2 and takes game number 3. X-Ray now leading AI Killjoy by 2-1.
yeah.
Killjoy's
Batman
gonna have
who
to think
laughs.
long and hard about his next character choice, because I don't think the Scorpion was the right choice, and it's probably easier to say that now once the game is done. But I didn't see enough of the Scorpion to suggest that he was actually going to give X92 too much to worry about, especially in that third round. So I wonder if we're going to see a Jackie. I don't think we'll see a Jackie Briggs based on your comment previously, Parasarama. But we
Yeah.
might see a Cabal.
Oh, we
wow.
do see it.
Inside
No.
out.
Cetrion, Lady Cetrion. No. Liu Kang? Maybe. I don't mind this match.
Scorpion.
He goes back to Scorpion. So his tournament life on the line, and he's put it in the hands of Scorpion, Mr. Zero Nooch, just vibes.
Just vibes.
2-1 in favor of X-Ray 92. Parasarama, this could be it for Killjoy's week 1 run.
This could be it, but
Fight.
I think Killjoy wanting to bring it back with Scorps. Moves at range, Mark the Shark. Wise, knowing when, and Wolf punishes with the forward 2. Scorpion lands a throw now, and will be pressing his advantage. Noob Saibot throws him out, throws him towards the center, and using that slide just to keep space.
Great flawless block again, forces an air escape there by AI's Killjoy. Oh, let's go with the block button and misses out on a wonderful punish opportunity there. Still has a fairly decent life lead, does X92. Killjoy closing in though, trying to eliminate that life lead slowly but surely.
Mark the Shark moving forward, but gets caught into the spear. Scorpion trying to basically put pressure, and Noob Saibot tries to flawless block, but it gets blocked. Scorpion moving forward with the pressure with the forward 3. Very close right now. Anyone could win this. Scorpion trying to chip out, and he does with the Demon's Breath.
High IQ play there from AI Killjoy, taking that first round in match number 4 here between these two monsters of Mortal Kombat.
And Scorpion throwing the spear. Noob Saibot happy to throw some slides here and there. AI Killjoy not seeming to want to teleport at the stage. Lands a spear though, in another crushing blow in this game. And a very good combo, putting Noob Saibot into the corner. Mark the Shark fighting out with the forward 2 combo. Scorpion happy to backtrack a bit.
And the raw spear into the demon breath. Back 3 connects again. Oh, this is going to be some decent damage here. Timed.
Breakaway.
Yeah, absolutely. Tries to
And
start
then
with the low.
Mark the Shark just holding the block button, not succumbing to the shimmies. And
But I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it to
totally
close
it.
out the round. Level up the scores. This match is going to a game 5, guys. X-Ray 92, AI Killjoy, 2 games apiece.
And this was the original rivalry. In MK1, Noob Saibot was Sub-Zero.
Yeah, quite a few years has gone by, and Vian,
That's
who
true.
was a fearless warrior, has now become an emotional shadow. So, I don't know. I kind of preferred Vian.
Is he an emotional shadow? Is he emo?
Too emo. I mean, even Johnny Cage says Mr. Emo.
Scorpion. Noob Saibot.
A rematch? Mark the Shark seems like he's thinking about his variation. Maybe he has some more surprises.
Scorpion. 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 Scorpion.
Nope, he's not going to see a Scorpion mirror match. We see him stick to Noob Saibot now. Personally,
No, I think
it's the right choice.
I think TB Killjoy is doing that. Maybe he's communicating with somebody else.
Match number 5, guys. AI Killjoy X-Ray 92 losers final. Winner of this match goes into the grand final where they face J Matrix's Mr. 5000.
Let's do this. And both players trying to press their advantage. AI Killjoy stops blocking. Mark lands the combo. Both of them trying to get the advantage again. AI Killjoy lands the back to hit confirm. You were saying?
No, I just find it so amazing that there are players that play this game at the level where they can just consistently land that one hit confirm into either teleport cancel or teleport hit confirm, depending on whether the previous hit connects or is blocked. But this game seems to be going no crushing blow just yet. Mark the Shark in pole position and he lands it with the back 3 into the amplified slide. Mark the Shark X-Ray 92 on match point now against AI Killjoy.
Who's gonna go to grand finals? And we have Mark the Shark throwing the fireball or the soul spirit ball, and we have AI Killjoy getting a crushing blow, but I see some lag happening.
I think we might have a disconnect here, guys. I think we might have a disconnect.
What's the verdict? We have to check with the admins,
Let's
I
just
guess.
go with the admin team and just make sure that I think try to get Killjoy back.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, guys, so we're just waiting for Killjoy to rejoin the Koth. It is 2 games apiece. That match has literally just started. So we are going to try to get that match back on stream as soon as possible. But guys in chat, who do you think is going to take this match? 2 games apiece, 0 Nooch, just vibes versus Mash from Mark the Shark. Who's going to take this particular match? It's very difficult as a commentator to call this match because it's going all the way. And I won't be surprised, Parasarama, if this match actually goes to a final round. Just based on how these players are approaching this match. Little room for error. Maximizing their punishes, taking their chances when it's their turns. It's very difficult to call.
We have a bit of a situation here. It's the same problem like last time. It shows that TB Killjoy has joined already and I can't invite him.
Okay, should I try to restart the Koth? Okay, we're just getting some word from the admin guys here.
Just checking with Killjoy as well. I think everything's gone well so far, besides this disconnect here and there, but can happen to the best of us. So we'll just wait from the admins for a decision. And Killjoy says he's joining the older link now, so let's just see if that works out. What's everyone's experience of this tournament so far? Please let us know in the comments. We'll be sure to check it out. And who do you guys have for this currently 2-2 game number 5 between Mark the Shark and AI Killjoy? And then do you think that these guys have what it takes to stop Mr. Gem, Mr. 5000 in the grand finals?
Okay, we just got word from admin, and unfortunately it looks like Killjoy, due to the disconnect and having gone down a round, it looks like he's going to be DQ'd. So another unfortunate situation, guys, but Killjoy did disconnect. Mark the Shark, from what I understand, was up around in that final match. So yeah, Killjoy unfortunately is going to face a disqualification, and with a heavy heart, it has to be said. But that does mean that Mark the Shark is going to advance into the grand finals, where he's going to be facing Mr. 5000.
Yeah, the two sparring partners are gonna have at it.
So if you can just invite
I'm doing that, yeah.
Mr. 5000 in to get this grand final underway, guys. So I'm sure you guys know grand finals work as follows. Mr. 5000, is on the winner side of the bracket. He's sitting pretty. He just needs to win one first to 3 set against his opponent to take top spot in week number 1. Mark the Shark, coming from the lower side of the bracket, is going to have to not only reset the bracket by winning a first to 3 set, but once he does that and resets the bracket, he's then going to have to win another first to 3 set to be crowned champion in week number 1. So a tough task for Mark the Shark, but definitely not an impossible one.
Are you guys ready though? Are you guys ready for this match? Mark the Shark versus Mr. 5000. Zambia versus South Africa. Both guys like pressing buttons. We're gonna see who is the greater mash artist in Africa.
Yeah, but jokes aside, Parasarama, these guys are top of the talent pool when it comes to African Mortal Kombat 11 players, and I think fitting that, you know, these two players are going to be sharing a stage, really, bringing to you the grand final in CGL Southeastern Africa's week 1. Konsole Kombat in Africa. It was an idea, it became a reality, and yeah, look at us now, Para. We are about to host grand finals.
Yes, we are. One of these two guys will win today and will be the week 1's winner, and I think from the points allocation they automatically go through into that top 8 finale from the CGL weeks.
Well, they're
All right.
definitely going to be taking the lead. There's still 3 weeks of qualifiers, so depending on these guys, whether they actually enter the upcoming weeks, there's a chance for everybody to accumulate as many points as possible. And based on the 4 weeks accumulated points tallies, the 8 top contestants who've accumulated the most amount of points will advance into our grand finale on the 29th.
Yeah. And we have Baraka and Johnny Cage on the screen, and those are the characters locked in for the first set for this grand finals between Mark the Shark and Jim Mr. 5000.
Grand finals, guys. Baraka versus Johnny Cage. Get hyped. This is about to go down. Is it going to be X-Ray 92 resetting the bracket and ultimately taking week 1? Or will J Matrix's Mr. 5000 be the one to reign supreme?
The stagger catches Justin there, and both of these guys playing at a lightning speed. Justin catches with the up 2 flawless block, and another up 2 flawless block from Mark the Shark.
Attempted flawless block and punish there, but just misses, and Baraka, no crushing blow punish there. Both guys on level on, well, almost level on life.
Almost level.
I think Mr. 5000 could have actually closed that game now had he cashed in on the crushing blow. So I think he's probably going to be quite happy that. Ooh,
which crushing blow?
Easy.
Which crushing blow, Charlie?
I meant the fatal blow cancel. Instead
Oh,
of
the fatal blow,
just
yeah.
let it
Went straight
ride.
into fatal blow, yeah, that's right.
But as things stand now, X-Ray 92 taking that first round over Mr. 5000.
Yeah, very close. It could have went either way. Right now, Mr. 5000 pressing the advantage, throwing X-Ray into the corner, mixing quite nicely with the throws versus the auto shimmy. And Mark lands the combo, Justin not blocking at that point. Mark the Shark landing the gutted crushing blow, puts the flag out. And both characters trying to get the win. Mark the Shark is the winner and wins with the fatal blow. That's it. Mark the Shark wins the first round, or the first game of this set, and still has a long way to go.
Okay, so he's got a long way to go, but I mean, he definitely started with a step in the right direction here. And you know, I think the closer it gets to a potential bracket reset, I think the more pressure mounts on Mr. 5000. Obviously in a great position as things stand right now, just needing 3 wins at this point to cement his place as the winner of week number 1. But I think with every game that Mark the Shark takes, the pressure just becomes that much more to deal with for Mr. 5000. So he's definitely going to have to think about rushing into a Johnny Cage pick, but as I say that, he rushes straight into a Johnny Cage pick.
Yeah. I think also though, Mr. 5000 has been playing with Johnny Cage for most of the tournament. Probably has a lot of comfort with him, so I think that's probably the reason we're seeing it. He's still got that brass knuckles custom that he doesn't use though, with Johnny.
Round 1, fight.
Okay, so standing one into the back grab, tosses Baraka towards the corner. Fighting in the back while Kano just decides, you know what, I don't feel for watching fights here, I want to take a couple of drinks. Playing barman in the back there while Johnny Cage dishes out some fisticuffs on Baraka. Baraka fighting back, we're trying to at least drop that combo, which was an attempted optimal there, Parasarama.
Yeah. And Johnny Cage pushing Baraka to the corner, but then decides to retreat a bit. Rushes forward with the throw and throws Baraka further away from the corner. Both characters throwing some fireballs. Johnny lands a jump in and will probably finish the round. Mr. 5000 ahead 1 round in the second game.
Very convincing indeed. Moves the back to lead as Baraka.
And both characters throwing out their pokes, trying to get some advantage. And Mr. 5000 pushing Mark the Shark all the way to the corner again, whiffs the throw, not punished. Staggers, pokes, basically happening at this stage. Mr. 5000 with the plus frames, and then eventually does a micro duck. Mark the Shark throwing Justin towards away from the corner. That's the blade shot, throwing him back. The jump in, and Justin unfortunately gets it interactable, I think probably by accident, but punished by Mark the Shark.
Ooh, and that might just be the...
That's it.
Well, I don't think he's going to drop that particular opportunity there. So Mark the Shark levels it up at 100 apiece in game number 2 of this grand final between Baraka and Johnny Cage, and ooh.
Mark the Shark looking quite strong, even though it's 1 round apiece right now. He does seem to have the momentum. Just as I say that, Johnny Cage or Justin has Baraka in the corner. Baraka manages to throw John in the corner now, and starts off with a poke.
Oh, they're just trading corner positions here, Parasarama.
Exactly. This
Goes
happening
Baraka
quite
this
often.
time. Down 1 into the Rising Star, amplified. Great interrupt there. Some matchup knowledge coming through there by Mr. 5000.
Probably part of the reason why he's sticking to Johnny Cage. And he manages to shimmy Justin. It's not over for Baraka.
Unfortunate that he dropped that combo, but this might be the problem that...
I'm pretty sure this is it.
Oh, I think that's going to be it. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be it. This is Baraka damage after all, and X-Ray 92 stormed into a 2-0 lead over Gem Matrix's Mr. 5000.
I don't know if that was a rob, but as Justin would tell me, yeah, Baba, feels bad.
Well, I can tell you one thing, it feels very good for X-Ray 92 because he's now stormed into a 2-0 lead, 1 game away from resetting this bracket in the grand final. And like I say, with every victory that X-Ray puts on the board, Parasarama, the pressure is just going to mount more for Mr. 5000.
Yeah, and even though Mr. 5000 is in the winner's bracket and Mark the Shark is in the loser's bracket, if Mark the Shark takes it 1 more game, the momentum is all shifted, and in that case, Mark the Shark is actually in the advantage, especially in the momentum department. Mark the Shark looking hungry here, and in possibly the last game of this set in the grand finals. If he wins this, another set will happen, and that would be the final set for the grand finals and for week 1 in CGL.
Well, I'm sure the guys in chat are all praying for a bracket reset here because they get to see a few more matches of this top quality Mortal Kombat 11 action. But, attempted flawless block gets interrupted though by Johnny's 1-2. Johnny has Baraka in the corner now, and Mr. 5000 on level 5000 right now.
Yeah. Seems to be on key with these interrupts, but with Baraka's 1-1-2. Low profiling it. Probably a handy bit of matchup knowledge for for all of us to know that that can happen with Baraka. That's probably Johnny's not the only one that could do it. Right now, Johnny Cage or Justin, Mr. 5000 in the lead, but
Great interrupt there by XO92.
wake up buttons. Mark the Shock not out of it just yet. Patient blocking. Catches Mr. 5000 with the stagger. Catches a full combo. Optimal damage. And the read, the chop chop at the end.
Final round. Fight.
Okay.
Mark
Bracket
the Shock.
reset point for Mark the Shark here. Para. Great flawless block coming through there. Forward 4 into the gutter. No meter to extend the combo. And I think fortunate if you are Mr. 5000 there, because that could have amounted to some serious damage with no access to defensive meter.
I think Mark the Shark eager to get in there and wanting to get to that bracket reset right now. Both guys have one round, and Justin's currently in the lead, but Baraka on Fatal Blow is a dangerous thing, especially with the down 2 crushing blow.
It's quite interesting that Mark didn't opt for the armor breaker in that instance, because it's guaranteed damage whether he's going to break away or not.
Or even the Fatal Blow there. In such a situation, but Justin gets that W, and now we're at 2-1 to Mark the Shark at the moment.
2-1 to Mark the Shark.
Mark just needs one more game to reset this bracket, but Mr. 5000 fighting, not wanting that to happen, wanting to finish this right here, right now, to become the champion of CGL Week 1.
And walking away with, I believe, about 350 points in the bag as well.
How many points does the second place get?
Let me just get that detail for you now, Farah. So, Mark sticking to the Baraka pick, and right choice, Farah?
I think so. I think he feels comfortable. I'm sure he has a plan though for Mr. 5000's pokes after the 1-1. Otherwise, he wouldn't have chose Baraka. He does know how to play other characters, and I think he's ready. He's wanting this. He sees something in Baraka that Baraka can give him versus Mr. 5000.
Great start there by Mr. 5000 though, with the back 3-4 connecting. But here we go into a gutted combo.
Great whiff punish by Mark the Shark, putting the pressure with those extended normals. Basically, Mark the Shark fighting with the classic like Marauder variation of Baraka. Neutral ducks, gets the 1-1-2 into a full combo, seemingly drops the combo, and continuing to try to shimmy Mr. 5000, who lands the Fatal Blow cancel, but doesn't finish it.
Again, attempted flawless block, but
broken by the quick normals or the quick strings of Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage, Mr. 5000, 1 round ahead, and Mr. 5000 on point with the punish. Mark the Shark throwing Johnny towards the corner and chasing after him, getting him on the last hit of that string, and going straight for the gutted. Mark the Shark missing his flawless block attempt there and getting thrown by Mr. 5000.
great anti-air coming through there by Mark the Shark. It was a down 4 anti-air converted into a forward 4, and just before he landed the gutted there, forced Mr. 5000 into a breakaway there. So no defensive bar, life deficit, Looking good for Mark the Shark, but that could have been finished off there with a fatal blow confirmation.
Yeah, Justin missed the hit confirm there. And right now is on life alert. The overhead back 2 from Baraka, finishing things off. Back again to 1 round apiece.
And bracket reset point for XO92.
Mark the Shark quite alert to that jump in. Moves up with the anti-air,
Gonna do some
air-to-air.
serious damage.
Got
That's
it.
gonna do
Crushing
some
blow.
serious damage. Crushing blow, 419 plus some dot damage. You're looking at about 500, 515 damage there in total, Para. So half of Mark's, or sorry, half of Mr. 5000's life bar just erased. But he's not out of this yet. I mean,
one more combo is all that's needed from Baraka. He doesn't even need to. It doesn't matter if someone breaks now for Baraka. At this stage, a throw would do it, or a chip, and bracket is reset with the friendship.
Is reset, and that means that XA92 has successfully moved or sent Matrix's Mr. 5000 from the winners bracket down to the lower bracket. It's a bracket reset, guys.
X-Ray 92 doing more friendships than Parasurama at this point. Just going forward in the bracket. And now we are in the final bracket for the grand finals. X-Ray 92 and Mr. 5000 both in the losers bracket. This is anybody's match. Momentum shifting towards X-Ray 92 at this point, as it always does once the bracket is reset.
Oh, while we're waiting for the next match to start, let me just update the viewers in terms of how the point system is going to work for Konsole Kombat Southeastern African Edition. While we're waiting for this match to take place. So basically, guys, how it's going to work is as follows. First place is going to go home with 350 points, second place with 260, third place with 230, fourth place with 200, fifth and sixth place get 140 points each, seventh and eighth get 70 points each, ninth all the way to 13th go home with 20 points, 14th to 17th go home with 10 points, and 17th to 25th go home with 5 points. So everybody has a great opportunity to get some points on the board.
What's the second place points again? Sorry.
260 points for the person who ends up taking the second place. XA92 obviously stuck with the Baraka pick. Mr. 5000 going to his first main in the Centurion pick.
Which is also probably quite a strong counter pick to Baraka, with her normals, with her zoning, everything pretty much. And as it is, these guys are fighting for, as Charlie Wolf just mentioned, 100, almost 100 points difference between first and second place. That's what it is right now. Both are gonna probably do very well in moving ahead for that top 8 finale. Right now, Mark the Shark catching Mr. 5000 in a combo, and Mr. 5000 has Mark on Fatal Blow.
Okay, now this is
just
not going
uses...
to kill. I don't think this is going to kill. I think this is going to scale quite a bit because of the amount of hits leading up to that. But it's going to be very close, Para. Very close.
Yeah.
520 damage.
Baraka doesn't scale that much, doesn't really. And Mark the Shark finishes it. So now it's 1 round apiece. We're in the first game of the second of the bracket reset. And Cetrion versus Baraka on the screen. The same sort of option select there by Cetrion with the low profiling poke into a throw. I'm sure Panda Bear must be happy to see Cetrion on the screen.
His wife.
His wife. blade charge punishing. And the anti-air from
fantastic
just...
hit confirmed from the anti-air there. No amplify though, just missed his beta regeneration by like split seconds there, but still in a commanding life lead. And the forward grab, and it's going to be a tough ask for Baraka to get back into this, especially with the zoning that Cetrion does have at the disposal. And
it's not just the zoning, it's her buttons. They occupy so much of space and range. It's difficult for Baraka to close in to where he wants to be. So Cetrion doing quite well for Mr. 5000, and he moves ahead with that first game, needing 2 more to win CGL.
Week one.
Week one.
Remember guys, this is only the first of 4 qualifiers, followed by a grand finale based on the 8 players who have accumulated over the 4 weeks the most points. These guys, first and second, fighting for 350 and 260 points respectively. All the details of CGL, Konsole Kombat Southeastern African Edition, can be found on our Twitter, that is at FGC_Africa, where you can get all the details, including our match arena, which currently our prize spot is $500. And I think with your community, with the community help, we can try to raise that prize spot. And yeah, maybe even hope to double that prize spot by the time the 4th week or the grand finale takes place. So guys, get the details from at FGC_Africa on Twitter. Give us a follow and see how you can get involved.
Mark the Shock choosing Noob Cybot at the moment, but right now Cetrion with Mr. 5000 fighting back Mark the Shock in the lead a bit. Cetrion on Fatal Blow, anything can happen at this point. Cetrion counter hits with the throw, but Mark the Shock finishes it off with the slide.
Round 2, fight.
It seems that Mark the Shock does appear to be a bit more comfortable, especially having that teleport to counter the zoning of Cetrion.
Another forward throw, get Loop Cybot into the corner. Down one into the rock wall. Great punish opportunity here from Mark the Shock, and this is going to hurt
A lot. Almost 400 damage. Nice. Jump kick into a teleport there, and the stagger's winning out for Noob Cybot. Mark the Shock on the board again in this bracket reset, so now it's 1-1.
1 name apiece.
Yeah.
Mark the Shock donning the smile variation as opposed to the mash variation we saw previously. So obviously with that air teleport, seems like it just gives Noob Cybot some much needed mobility against the Cetrion.
I think it's pretty quicker. It's quicker as well than the conventional teleport.
1 game apiece, guys. Bracket reset. Mark the Shock, X92 with the Noob Cybot pick going up against Gem Matrix's Mr. 5000. Mr. 5000 thinking about his pick, Kotal Khan. I haven't seen him play Kotal Khan yet.
Well, looks like you're gonna get that. You're gonna let it happen now, because it seems like that's who he's picking, but could change his mind. And he goes to Spawn, who was earlier picked by Mark the Shock. And again, no. Jackie Briggs.
Jackie Briggs.
Okay, so the timer went down, and I think he will not get his variation. So this is what happened previously in the evening, Parisarama. So let's hope that both these guys are aware, especially on the part of Mr. 5000. The last thing we want in a grand final is a disconnect. But it seems like we've got a Queen of the Mix variation. So I think...
No, I think this is Justin choosing who he wants, yeah.
Oh, great spacing there by Mark the Shark, and...
What a start though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he can smell the blood now as the Shark. He can smell the blood, and he's going full out on the attack now because he's closing in. And I think having reset the bracket, oh, great flawless block coming through there from Mark the Shark. I think having reset the bracket, he just, as I would like to say, he's starting to feel all Beyonce up in here. He's feeling himself.
Optimal combos. And Jackie trying her own pressure. Mark contesting with that 9-frame mid. Jackie launches and gonna do some. The 300 damage, not bad. Both characters on fatal blow. Jackie lands the throw that will give her some pressure, but Mark the Shark just does a teleport and catches Jackie in the air and finishes it off.
Mark the Shark, having come from a loser side, is now one game away from taking week 1.
Let's see what's gonna happen now. I think now, from the whole tournament, this is probably the most pressure, besides the checkmate game that Mr. 5000 has been under in this whole tournament. This next match will determine if he loses or he can make a comeback here and still take this tournament, having been the favorite, being the first one in the grand finals earlier on.
Noob Saibot.
Noob Saibot with the smile variation. And again, he's got Mr. 5000 thinking, so he was contemplating the spawn, he was contemplating Kotal Khan, he eventually opted for the Jackie pick. That clearly didn't work because it almost seemed that if Mark the Shark was doing exactly what his variation name suggests, he was smiling when he saw that Jackie Briggs pick because he looked extremely comfortable in that first round. Flawless blocking, bionic bounce attempts. I mean, everything was going the way of XA92 in that first round. Second round, Mr. 5000 pulled it back a little bit. But still, I think, and I think as the character pick suggests, I don't think it was going to be a repeat of the Jackie pick. And now he's got his tournament lifeline on Spawn, the Soul Forfeit and the charging Hell Spawn that we do know Mark the Shark plays as well.
Yes, we do. So I'm sure Mark the Shark is familiar with this, but both characters, a lot of damage potential here. Especially once Spawn does the Soul Forfeit.
What I always find interesting about the Soul Forfeit move is which round does the Spawn player decide to cash in on the Soul Forfeit, because the activation lasts for the round that you activate it in, but the sacrifice of an offensive meter
lost the whole game
for the entire match.
Yeah, I think third round's the best time.
Or when you smell the blood in the second round having won the first.
Yeah, but I think you have to be sure. Right now, both characters on Fatal Blow again. Mark the Shark in the lead here, but Justin, beautiful confirm.
Up and confirms into the Fatal Blow. Geomatrix is Mr. 5000. Takes round number 1. So I think his intentions are quite clear, having used that Fatal Blow at the end of round 1. He wants to level this as soon as possible. Oh, and that's going to be a fair amount of damage, 302 damage. That 2 down 2s, but extra 92 now dishing out some damage of his own. And bigger than 334.
Justin getting a forward 2 string into a combo. Mark the Shock breaks. Both characters trying to get somewhere. Justin like changing the timing of that projectile, making it more difficult to guess whether he's going to stop at 1 or 2. Right now has Mark the Shock just where he wants him and finishes it off with a projectile, getting his second game in the bracket reset. So is this a game 5?
This is a game 5, better, and I mean, what more could we want?
Yeah.
Grand final, bracket reset, going all the way down to the wire. Match number 5 in the bracket reset. 2 of Africa's strongest, fiercest Mortal Kombat 11 competitors going head to head. We couldn't ask for anything else. This is the final match.
Yeah, this is the final match of the tournament. This is the last possible match you could do, and this is very exciting to us as commentators, and I'm sure to everyone else watching.
And guys, it just has to be said that none of this would have been possible without the guys at Konsole Gaming League for giving us as Africa the platform to showcase the tremendous talent that is on our continent when it comes to Mortal Kombat 11. And you're seeing 2 of the very best in grand finals of Konsole Kombat Southeastern African Edition, week number 1 of 4 qualifiers taking place throughout the month of March, with the grand finale taking place on the 29th. Guys, weekly it will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central African Time. And here we have it, guys. Game number 5 of the grand final bracket reset. It's all or nothing now. Mark the Shock has swapped variations. He's ditched the smile variation. He's now gone for mash.
No need for Cetrion right now. And just to everyone at home, this is like Charlie Wolf was saying, this is just the beginning. So more CGL to come week by week. Mr. 5000 lands a forward 2 and basically finishes it off, winning the first round and on tournament point.
Round 2, fight!
The jump in landing, he's confirming it into the standing reset. Mark the Shock using this amplified slide to get some space.
Things looking really good for 5000 right now. Mark the Shock trying to fight back.
Both guys playing really quickly. Mark the Shock and I mean Mr. 5000 making use of these plus frames with the 1-1 and then the down on hit.
It's a punish opportunity there for Mark the Shock, which he accepts. 329 damage. Oh, and the soul forfeit is activated.
Ooh.
So now on both occasions
he decides to throw back there and not go for the crushing blow.
Well, this is a problem for Mark, for Mr. 5000 now, because the final round of the final game, he's got 1 bar of offensive meter. Mr. 5000.
And this is the final round. Things are very exciting right now. Spawn pushes Noob Cyber to the corner and moving in and out. Mr. 5000 only has 1 bar of offensive meter, but trying to make the most of it. Does a throw in the corner, and Mark the Shock rolls out and is now pressing his own advantage. Down 1s from Mr. 5000.
Look like 5,000 down 1s there.
5,000 down 1s, 15, 50,000, you never know. Right at the end now.
Mr. 5000 with no offensive options with the lack of meter, but it's trying to close in.
Mark the Shock taking his time and on the edge. Mr. 5000 just trying to chip out. Again, Mark the Shock going with the fatal blow.
Oh, and just like that, succumbs to the barrage of projectiles. And guys, there you have it. Mr. 5000, as Spawn decides to go and read a naughty book, Mr. 5000 is your Week 1 CGL Console Kombat Southeastern African champion, scoring the total of 350 points in the process. Well played to Mark the Shark, who took him all the way down to the wire, but Mr. 5000 ultimately keeping his composure and taking it 3-2 to be crowned your week number 1 Konsole Kombat Southeastern African Edition champion.
Jim, Mr. 5000 doing an incredible job with Al Simmons, Spawn, and winning this tournament, CGL Week 1.
Yeah.
So I think this was an epic grand finals. I think going down to the wire, even right at the end, we still didn't know who was going to win right there.
No, absolutely, and I don't think anybody who's watching here tonight, guys, could have asked for a more fitting grand final. I mean, a bracket reset, game number 5, round number 3. It couldn't get any closer.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you are Extra 92, so close yet so far. If you are Mr. 5000, you're thinking, wow, I did it. It was tough, but big congratulations to Gem Matrix and Mr. 5000 for a stellar performance in week number 1 of Konsole Kombat Southeast African Edition.
Mr. 5000 probably saying, "We take those," and he did take it. He took week number 1, and I'm sure he's very excited. We are all excited to host this CGL 4 weeks and then a top 8. So all our players are also excited, and we are just happy to be able to show what we can do on this type of a platform.
Yeah, and I mean the platform, it has to be said, big thank you. Sounding like a broken record, but it can't be said enough, Paris Rama. Big thank you to Konsole Gaming League, who reached out to us as Africans and said, here's a platform for you guys to showcase. Months and months of planning, and it's finally here. And yeah, guys, in chat, everybody who tuned into the stream, we hope you really enjoyed it as much as we did. Very proud moment for us. And speaking of us, if you are interested to see what we are doing, please do not forget to, let's see where we are. There we go. Follow at FGC_Africa on Twitter. All the details regarding Konsole Gaming Leagues, Konsole Kombat, the Southeast Africa edition is available there. Our match arena details are available there. You can follow me as well. You can just go into, there we go, at Charlie Wolf GAM1, proud member of FGC Africa's administration team, and also tournament organizer and host. Just so much happening on the African scene right now, guys, and CGL has come to the party. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. And to the players, especially the week 1 champion, Gem Matrix as Mr. 5000, well played, congratulations. You get a whopping 350 points going into the second qualifier happening next week, Monday, the 8th of March, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central African Time, 8 p.m. Central African Time. And yeah, you know, week 1 is just finished and we're already excited for week 2. So guys, it's been absolutely fantastic hosting the stream tonight. Paris Ramos, thank you so much for your knowledge, your commentary, and just, yeah, being part of this wonderful occasion.
Thank you, Charlie Wolf. It's
really
always a pleasure sharing
your
them
input
with you.
And yeah, it's not the first time that we've been on the commentary disc together, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. So guys, that has been Konsole Kombat Week 1 CGL Konsole Kombat Southeastern African Edition, week number 1, done and dusted. Week 2 happening in a week's time. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe.
Looking forward to seeing more people next week and more watchers and players as well.
And I think it's only fitting that we just end off the stream with our FGC Africa Konsole Gaming League video.
Courtesy of
none other than Mr. Blino himself.
That's right.
Guys, thank you. Take it easy. Stay safe. See you next week.